Baseball is dead.
Rest in peace.
We got a lot of things we got to talk about today.
And, a whole heap in the load.
Yeah, there were some things on the rundown that I was feeling piping hot about, and then surprisingly enough, I think the thing that I'm probably most excited to talk about today is a topic that it didn't strike me until about 30 seconds before we hit record.
What was that?
That was so you wanted to start off talking about Mike Trout, and we will.
I did.
We will do that. We will start off talking about Mike Trout. But this morning, when really, I don't know, I got out of bed at like 11:30 today, but this morning I was watching a video that Complex did with Aaron Judge.
Uh-huh.
And he went sneaker shopping, right?
Uh-huh.
Picked out, I think he spent like $4,500 worth of sneakers. But they were talking to him, and they were kind of talking about the subject of like, well, it'd be cool if baseball players had sneakers too. Like Mookie Betts out in LA, he's a Jordan guy. Like Tatís, if he had sneakers. It's like, well, Mike Trout has sneakers. No one could give a fuck. You ever see someone rocking the Trouts besides Dallas?
Nope.
No.
I got the cleats.
Yeah, see, I got the shoes, though.
The
shoes. The actual shoes.
Yeah.
But it's kind of dope to wear the cleats as shoes to like the store and stuff.
Yeah, just fucking skate on the floor with some metal spikes.
Maybe I could see you wearing those on like a Black Friday. You really gotta gain some traction, because there's a lot of angry housewives who have been waiting all year long for that day. So you need a little extra grip in the checkout lane. But spike it up with Trout.
It's practical. Dude, fuck basketball shoes or sneakers. Let's just get everyone wearing cleats all the time. You can do anything in those.
You know what, Joey? If we could get people to just go outside on a Sunday in a pair of cleats and maybe attach a satchel of seeds behind them, this earth would be a lot greener. I'm with you. I am with you. Just aeration, vibration. What the fuck are we talking about? Can we please talk about Mike Trout? Do you guys understand what Mike Trout did? Do you understand what he just did?
No.
Like, what I'm going to say out loud, I want you to just soak up and then think about what that looks like. All right. 5 bombs in 5 days. Sure. That's cool. But Mike Trout became the first player in history to hit 4 game-winning home runs in a series. You play 3-game series. Maybe you play 4-game series. You get some wonky shit going on with the schedule. Owners want to lock people out. You got pushback. You have a 5-game series once in a blue moon. All right. But Mike Trout just hit 4 game-winning home runs in a 4-game series. What the? That's... Huh?
That sucks if you're the Mariners.
Oh, well, that's a heartbreaker. The Mariners have kind of been wearing it as of late. Things not ideal in the PNW, the Pacific Northwest. But Mike Trout, for all the talk about what the guy has to do to carry his team, for all the talk about, well, it's still not enough to get his team to the post. We understand that there's people out there that are just going to hate. There's people out there that are just going to be naysayers for the sake of being naysayers. But think about all the hype surrounding a guy that we're going to talk about here very soon in Aaron Judge and how he has been performing this season.
Wow, you think he's overrated?
No. I'm saying what I'm saying is people have just been. No, that's. I'm sorry that you thought that. What we're saying is the guy has been raking, and people are just in awe of the performance. And it's a wow, like the dude bet on himself, and he's doing this. Like, this is just absolutely incredible. Let's think about it. What how many homers does Judge have?
26?
3?
25.
25?
25.
Okay, so 25 homers. What's Trout have? Trout now has 21 homers. Okay. Sure, fucking 5 in 5 days. That helps. But Mike Trout, as we sit today, at 1048 OPS. Aaron Judge, 1036 OPS. That's not a comparison. I'm just giving you facts so you can understand that in the face of Aaron Judge having a season where people are knobbing him off, justifiably so, because of the whole bet on yourself situation, that's different. You got to give a guy credit when that happens, because it's not like he's just said, no thanks, I know I got a cushy deal coming. Like, it's going to take him performing to get the type of deal that he wants, because offered a decent chunk of change, said I'm good, said I'm actually really good on the baseball field. I'm going to play good, you're going to pay good, that's how this whole thing's going to go. Well, he's living up to it. He's cashing in right now on himself. But Mike Trout, just doing Mike Trout things quietly still.
Mike Trout,
again,
they still have it listed as Safeco Field on his baseball reference page. But in 89 games at Safeco/T-Mobile, 89 career games, that is 393 plate appearances. He's hitting .332 with a .428 on base, and he's slugging .716. That is an 1144 OPS for his career.
I mean,
and like that's not a fucking hitter's ballpark at all.
No, come on, we're talking sea level, heavy air. It's a sizable yard.
In 89 games, he's
One
hit
of my favorite yards to
33
pitch in.
homers.
Yeah, like it sounds like almost half the games, right?
Pretty
like, I
much.
understand. It's almost 90 games and it's not quite 40 home runs, but just to think like
it's a third basically. It's a little more than a third. He's homered in a little more than a third of the games that he's played there, and it's not a small sample.
No, it's just stupid. It's a season's worth of games at like a visitor's ballpark.
Yes.
Over a season's worth of games.
Yes. That's like if he
played
played
your road
for the
schedule at one
Mariners,
ballpark. Right.
Yeah, if he played for the Mariners and hit 30 home runs, but they were just all at home.
All at
Like,
home
that's
during
what he
home
did.
games.
Yeah.
Like that season line. That's a season line. No. That's him at home. That's what he's done at home in Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh.
At not a hitter's ballpark.
No.
Like, I don't know why, but like the two names that stick out to me where, you know, good hitters go to die in Seattle, Adrian Beltre, and then, who is the second baseman?
Robinson Cano.
Well, yeah, Robinson Cano too. But
Well,
there
you're
was
not talking
another
about
one
Brett
before
Boone.
him. No. Oh, man, who the fuck am I thinking of? I thought you guys would be able to pick me up here. God damn it.
What for second baseman for the Mariners?
Yeah, let me just Google worst contracts in Mariners history. He's got to be on this list.
What? Who? What?
Yeah.
Is it somebody that I played against?
Sean Figgins.
Oh.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even consider Figgy in Seattle.
Yeah.
And I played against him
Angel's
in Seattle.
Angel's great. Sean Figgins.
Yeah, Sean Figgins. Yeah, he's an angel.
He is an
He's
angel. He went from 8 years with the Angels.
He got
hitting
breaded up in
291 with a 751 OPS. Then he went to the Mariners for 3 years, 227 with a 585 OPS.
Yeah.
Not great.
No.
Not great. But that's just to illustrate that good hitters have gone to Seattle and not been as great as they were literally anywhere else. And then you got fucking Mike Trout over here going to Seattle.
Who's
and
turned it into Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, 33 homers and 16 doubles in 89 games with an 1144 OPS.
Strong.
It's pretty good.
What'd you have to say about Mr. Aaron Judge, who I felt like you were starting to talk about how overrated he was, and then
I was about to jump in and defend him. Like if this was a brawl, like I was jumping in and sucker punching you because you were taking that that shot at Judge to say he's overrated.
No.
He's not overrated at all.
You're saying Judge can't fight, Jared? Is that what you're trying to say?
Kind of, yeah.
So are you defending him or not, man? Like now,
yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, no doubt.
Huh?
Aaron Judge was on, what was his name? Joe Puma, right? You see that dude, right?
Yeah, sure.
You, as a sneaker guy, you should know who he is. Joe LaPuma.
Joe
Mr.
LaPuma.
Puma, yeah. He's the SVP in content for Complex. Big time sneaker guy, creator and host of Complex's Sneaker Shopping. You've definitely seen this show on YouTube. They get celebrities to go in and buy sneakers. Some of them are new to the game. Some of them are very well versed in the game. He had Aaron Judge on his last episode, and he's in there and he's talking about because Aaron Judge used to play basketball back in the day. So he's talking about the basketball sneakers that he used to wear, the sneakers that he wears now, the Travis Scott sneakers that he wore for like the All-Star game. And they were talking about a pair of Jeter's sneakers that went for $50,000 or something like that. And they were, Judge kind of started talking about how, like, I like to grow the game. And I think it'd be cool if you had guys like MLB guys had their own signature sneaker. You got Mookie Betts, you got Tatís, you got Acuna. Those are some of the guys that he named. Harper has his own sneaker, I believe, with Under Armour.
Yep, correct.
And then
Lindor has his own with New Balance.
With Adidas? Yeah, okay. It's New Balance. But I mean, I've never seen it.
Dude, how about this? I have searched and tried. Like, I've tried to get in contact with these places. Like, I'm not asking for these for free. I'm not that dude. Like, when I'm calling you, it's because I want to give you my money so I can get what I want. I'm not asking for shit for free. And I will absolutely still probably post a video of me opening the box and being super happy about it. Like, all for free. Just fucking tell me where I can give you the money to get these things. And that is a real problem. That, for me, that's a problem. Like, because nobody is clamoring for these things. And maybe that's the company's response. Like, well, there's just not the demand. So why would we even? And to that, I don't know that I have a response, because it's not like I can, logically ask people to practice bad business. Like, no, I still believe you should really up up production here, even though it's not going to go anywhere. Right. Like, I can't. But what do we do? And that's the thing is, I think during the All-Star game, once you have a pretty good idea, because let's be honest, baseball can kind of write their own story if they'd like. And they could probably see to it that some of these stars that they're looking to push the game with end up in LA. Now, wouldn't that be a great time to have like a sneaker drop party where all of these stars are not only together in the same spot, but we're releasing their respective sneaker? And it's obviously going to be a collaboration with, like, it could be an Off-White, whatever, like, but I think if you're trying to grow this game, you also have to think about the way Shaq did it. And I'm not asking you to make $40 pairs of tennis shoes. But what Shaq did was made shoes, just like Stephon Marbury made shoes that were affordable to people who he knew were embracing the game at a lower level and growing it. And he was a magnet for some of those folks. Like, all of these dudes, they could be that too. So, like, let's find a happy medium between the Off-White brand that's going to cost you $3,500. Yeah. Let's find a happy medium between that, because straight up, like, who's going to buy that? A guy like me, Jared, you might buy those. Like, sneakerheads might buy those, but people with that kind of disposable income are not people that you're trying to grow the game with.
Right.
Like, for better or worse, those are just rich assholes, or people that have money that are assholes.
Irresponsible.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you showed me 5 different pairs of sneakers and said, which one is Mike Trout's, I'd be like, I have no idea, dude.
See, and we're going about this the wrong way. Jake, Joe, what does it take to get you dudes interested in, like, buying one of these pairs of shoes. Like if Ronald Acuna came out with sick kicks, what's it going to take for you to be like, you know what? I'm on those over the Kyries. I'm on those over the LBJs. Like what is it like instead of being a 4 guy or an 11 guy like myself? Like what are you in need of to get those shoes to you or for you to want those?
They'd have to look cool. Honestly,
Fair.
I just don't buy a lot of sneakers. So
okay.
If it was Ronald Acuna, someone I really fuck with, then I might buy him just to have them.
So is that a regional thing? Like, sure, Ronnie, like if he, like he is who he is in your area, he is who he is because it's your squad. So you're interested in that, but you're probably like, I'm good on the Lindors. Like, he's not my guy. Like, just,
I think the biggest difference is with basketball, it's like they play in those shoes all the time. So it's like, but he doesn't play in his
wears
sneaker,
those cleats.
But they're cleats. So that's
but his sneakers look just like
different.
The sneaker looks just like the turfs or whatever.
Yeah, but it's a small disconnect. I think the merchandising game,
and that's a good point, though, Joey. That's a good point. That's why I ask.
I think it would be nice is they just got going with the shades. Like everyone had their own custom shades, like Lindor's sunglasses, because all those shades look dope. But if they had their own custom
has his own
ones,
sunglasses.
I did see those, and those are fire.
I have a sweet pair of those. Such a sweet pair. I have an awesome pair of those.
They're sick. And that I'm way more probably likely to buy a pair of sunglasses than shoes for my baseball player.
Jared has a pair of those too.
Someone fucking stole them.
Oh, that's right.
What, the Tatís shades?
Yeah. Joe, I forgot to tell you, I have 2 pair of those Fernando Tatís sunglasses.
Yeah, someone stole them out of my backpack. I don't know how.
Yeah,
but
we got to get the MLB shoe game though.
Yeah,
I don't know anybody. Honestly, I don't know anybody that's tried harder than me to try to get this thing ramped up.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you can get a guy like Judge on board saying, "Hey, Nike," I think he said in the interview that he's a sneaker free agent right now. I think he was an Adidas guy, but I think he's a free agent. So if you had, because there's not many Jordan baseball guys. Like there's a few, but there's not a ton.
Mookie, Yachty,
Price.
Is Price?
What?
No, Price.
Oh, Price. I was like,
Bryce is an Under Armour guy. But if you had guys like
CC
Aaron Judge,
Jeter was.
Yeah, if you have guys like Aaron
Yankee
Judge
guys
saying like, "Hey, I want to get into the sneaker game," every single fucking sneaker company, Adidas, New Balance, Nike, Under Armour, should be on the phone being like, "Hey, Mr. Judge, we want to make you the sickest fucking shoe that you've ever seen." Like that's the guy that you want to market your product with. If you're trying to get sneakers and baseball to have a crossover, and Aaron Judge is sitting here telling you, not only do I want to get in, but you got to hit up Mookie, you got to hit up Acuna, you got to hit up Tatís. Like that's like what other introduction?
He's giving you the blueprint.
Need?
He's giving you the blueprint. He's telling you in so many words, what I want is a deal that I can take on the field with me. And Joey, to your point, there's got to be a conversation about how I can have what I take on the field with me also available to people in a store, but I want to have a line, or I want to have my own sneaker, something that these fans can gravitate towards, put their feet in, and maybe it's a few different models, but I also want to have all of these other guys on board as well. And I want you to treat them the same. I want all of us to be able to have this in the realm of baseball. Like it's right there for the taking.
I would say maybe Mike Clevenger had his own Vans.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Did he?
Clev. And then obviously Lorenzen.
Yeah, but you need I love Clev. I don't know Lorenzen, but good enough pitcher. But you need guys like Aaron Judge to be like, hey, let's fucking do this. And even like someone like Bryce Harper, who has his own sneakers, and Mike Trout, who's boring as fuck. They couldn't care less Or at least Trout could not care less about being like, hey, look, I have like, you know how many baseball fans probably don't even know that there's a Mike Trout sneaker?
Yeah.
Like, gun in my head right now, if you said, like, what is he with Nike? Is he with Adidas? I have no idea.
No, and I believe there's 7 variations. This is the 7th variation.
Who is he with?
Nike.
He's with Nike.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane that I don't know that. Like, I love sneakers and I love baseball, and I have no idea what a Mike Trout sneaker looks like, and I didn't even know he was with Nike.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Uh-huh. It is.
Like, you probably think that I'm like joking. If Aaron Judge was the first guy to be like, hey man, I got a sneaker coming out. It's with Nike. It's the Aaron Judge, whatever. And it looked sick and it wasn't like Yankee colors. Like, that's what I think I need to stay away from. Yeah. Like, I would buy it.
Well, that's the thing, is that's what they're going to do. Like, you gotta offer that though. Like, you mean to tell me that you're going to come out with a sneaker in New York, in the Bronx, and not have something tailored for those fans? Like, it's I mean, the
Griffey was Mariners colors.
Yeah, but it's an easy play to pinstripe whatever model you're going to come out with for Judge and throw his number on it. That's an easy play. Done deal.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you can offer it that way, but if there were a variation, like,
exclusivity,
he likes.
Like, you're only getting these in New York. That's how you got to play this, man. Like, they need to fucking hire me so I can market these fucking players, not only regionally, but nationally as well. What I tell you, it took me 2 minutes and a really big joint, and I gave Mike Trout the best shoe commercial he's ever had. We want to know why? Because he's never had a shoe commercial, and I gave him the first one in my backyard, in my pond.
I still don't even know what they look like. Like, I wish that, like, a Fernando Tatis Jr. sneaker would be electric. Like, you can just see it. Like, it's just, you say that out loud and you just automatically picture a vibrant colored sneaker. Like, I like that shit. Like, I have like the multicolored like sneakers that are all different kinds of, like, you know, fucking highlighter type colors. Like, I like that. You picture a Fernando Tatis Jr. sneaker, you're not thinking like, oh, that's bland.
Look up the Lindors, Jared. Look up the Lindors.
So I know that looks like a spilled bucket of paint, kind of, right?
The tie dye. Look up the Trout. Look up the Trout tie dyes.
Probably sucks.
They're the Zoom Airs. That they all look the same. I've got the 4th of July editions. I've got the tie dyes, and those are the Terps.
I'm looking. All right. Yeah. Like the Lindor sneaker, at least the one that I'm looking at, it looks like
it's big, it's clunky, but I would still wear it and still buy it because it's a baseball player's shoe. But New Balance, just for whatever reason, cannot offer me that, can't produce that, can't allow me to buy it.
Yeah,
I'll buy some Shohei Ohtani Asics.
Oh God, you fucking stop it, dude.
The Ohtanis, if they had Ohtani sneakers,
they would sell out.
I'm buying those.
There's not enough. I don't know if there's enough cows in the world to make enough leather to produce the amount of Ohtanis that would need to be produced.
Why do you think that this hasn't happened?
Because baseball, for whatever reason, for baseball players, for whatever reason, and I've said this because there's lulls, there's like peaks and valleys in the season for players. And so when a guy's hot, he's hot and it's great. And that can be for 2 weeks. And then if he starts to cool off, well, it's like now his stock has cooled off.
Yeah.
But that doesn't feel like it happens in the NBA. Like,
no,
you're
a guy.
You're
a star in the NBA.
In the NFL, you're a guy until you're not a guy. And then then it's over. But baseball, it takes a long time for you to kind of become that dude. Like straight up, think about this.
Imagine if you copped a pair of the Brady Andersons.
Well, no. How about this? Imagine you copped a pair of the Akil Badus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, give me one reason why you weren't on that dude's train when he hit the scene. Right, hitting homers, I think first pitch he sees, blah,
you've
blah, blah.
You've got to be like we knew that you were going to be a guy and now you're a guy. Like, I don't
we're
think
talking like you got to be a one of
Badu
5.
is a fucking rule 5. So it's like, all right,
like
maybe I'm a little
pick.
more cautious about the Badus. But
yeah, it's the instant
like the
impact
Bregmans,
also. It's the instant impact though, Jared. Like the NBA, the guys come out of college, they get drafted, you got a shoe deal, it's good, you're good to go. Like it's because you're going to be dropping 28-8, next month. You just got done with your final semester of school, and now you're going to be balling in the league. Like it is what it is. We can market that.
We got to big baller this and make our own fucking shoe company. Start signing people. Drew Jones. We got to get Drew Jones.
Mm-hmm. We get Drew Jones and Jackson Holiday.
There we go.
There we go.
Who everyone knows. Very familiar. Who did I just see? Jace Blaylock? Does that name ring a bell? It's not Hank Blaylock's kid. No.
Oh, okay. Well, then no, it doesn't.
Yeah, he's. I think he's like a top high school prospect. I just saw a video of him on Instagram where he fucking absolutely hammered a piss missile. Like, could not have been more than 10 to 15 feet off the ground the entire time, and stood in the box and watched it until it hit the seats.
That's nice.
Don't put him on my team. Tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Stay away from me.
You know what's crazy? And I was so I tweeted this late last night, and I was watching. I said every couple of years now, I will get sucked into a Jose Fernández wormhole on YouTube, and I'll just kind of like revisit all that stuff. And I watched the video of Jose Fernandez's first homer against the Braves, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
And you had Chris Johnson at third base, who we're not even 10 years, we're less than 10 years removed from that homer. And Jose, in a very tame way, looked at his home run. Like, he pimped it out of the box, but we've seen some crazy pimp jobs in the last 2-3 years. If those were 10s, Jose's was like a 2.5. And Jose rounds third, Johnson's staring him down. He crosses home plate, McCann's John at him, and Johnson sprints to home plate to get into Jose's face to ream him out for looking at his homer. And then there's a moment after Jose's already back in the dugout where Chris Johnson is going back to third base, and he's so fired up and angry by this incident that he starts like screaming, like he's like a lion letting out like a roar. And it's because he has so much frustrated, pent up anger from Jose Fernandez looking at his home run. That is such tiny dick energy. It's insane. And that we're still like, that wasn't that long ago. It was September of 2013 that this happened.
Trout. Well, dude, Jared, I mean, come on, man. I lived that. I played in the era where you're not happening. That's not happening. Where I believe a lot of it comes from is jealousy. Not jealousy of the talent, not jealousy of shit, like just and it's an unacknowledged jealousy. Like, fuck. You know why I don't like that? Because I wish I could do that. Because I want to do that, or I want the freedom to do that. Like, damn it. I grew up in this game in a time where nobody was green-lighting that behavior. Mm-hmm. That was just not going to be a thing. So there's a little bit of jealousy. I've admitted to that. Like, I wish I could have behaved that way. One, I just was never any good enough to ever behave that way at all. But it just was never something I even thought about doing, and that's because of how I was raised in the game. That part was suppressed big time. So you get jealous, but that's why I say, if you're being honest with yourself, like all the time, you can acknowledge it, that it's jealousy, and then you move right on into like, let's fucking, how sweet is that? Like, if it's all good for the most part, like if we're having the conversation now and like this is a thing, fucking have at it, boys.
Yeah.
Well, go back when you pitched, would that piss you off? When you pitched, were you anti bat flip at all?
Nope. No, I was always.
I find that really hard to believe.
Yeah, me too.
It's not because I've never been an excuse guy about shit like that. Like, if a dude just pumps one out, I'm not going to come back into the dugout and be like, yeah, but that was a good pitch. I feel like that. No, like I've had strong arguments with people about this. Like, well, you can make a good pitch and still give up a homer. And my whole thought is, I just don't think that's true because I've given into a location or I've done something that has led this individual to be able to put that kind of swing on that pitch in that scenario to the point where the ball just went out of the yard. So it was always hittable to this guy in this scenario, which means that pitch wasn't a good one. I don't know how else to defend that. So I've never been like, keep it in the yard. You don't like it, keep it in the yard. And that's also part of like, bro, I never threw hard enough to scare anybody or hurt anybody. What am I going to do? 88 in your ribs? Well, you're just going to throw it back at me. You're going to throw it back at me. Yeah, well, no, I'm not. I don't have Weave's resume.
I'm just saying his velocity didn't stop him from trying to bruise a rib.
No, but it's
not
it's
break
just
one. You can bruise it though.
So
you don't remember any like pimp jobs off you that you were like that just sticks out in your mind?
I never watched a homer.
So okay.
What do you mean? You always fucking flipped around?
No. Like I just was not. I'm not watching the dude. Like there. Like I just would go, like almost gray. Like I'm not. Yeah. I don't see anything. Like I'm. Yeah. Like
I had it down.
You turn to watch the flight, and then you're like, nope, fuck that.
If you go back and watch the Bregman homer for wiffle ball, it's all like you could tell. Like, oh, he's done this before. He's thrown a fastball and watched a homer before because it's all just one fluid motion. Like, yeah, throwing the pitch and then turning it into like a pirouette into watching it go, like knowing exactly the path that the ball has taken. Like he's done this before. But I mean, I don't know. Like I think it's such a weird experience to watch that. It feels like a fucking skit. Like it feel like we're so used to already guys pimping homers, pitchers being okay with it, and the celebrations being. I mean, fucking Marcell Ozuna was taking goddamn selfies after hitting home runs going up the first baseline. Jose Fernandez couldn't even take a peek at his home run, his first big league home run as a pitcher.
But it has to do with, he's a rookie, the young player
he's
status.
21.
Like, yeah, so there's that's involved. That's a layer to it as well. Like
even the broadcast was like, he acted like a 21-year-old there, and I don't know. Yeah. It's like, dude, who gives a fuck?
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, imagine looking at it through that lens. Like, if you peel back and you're like, okay, so this 21-year-old's making $500,000, like playing in front of thousands of people. Like, oh, I guess I'm going to forget all of that. I'm gonna lose perspective on all of that, and then ride this guy like he should know how to behave because he did just come from the minor leagues where they've got 800 people cheering him on. Oh, yeah, that's the same. No, well, actually, it's not. It's not even close.
You know what's great, though, is so that was his first big league home run. He was 21 years old. And then when he died in 2016, he was still known as the guy that would do shit like that. Like that incident didn't change him. Like it didn't make him fall in line. He was still just like, fuck you. Like, I like having fun, and if I'm having fun, I'm going to show you that I'm having fun.
That's why everybody was such a big fan of what Jose Fernandez was doing, is because the talent was lining up with, or I guess the personality was lining up with the talent, meaning like you could see he's not a bad kid. Mm-hmm. This is a guy who's just he's enjoying what he's doing in life at this moment in time, and he's enjoying it on the baseball field.
Yeah,
and so
he would be in his age 30 season right now.
I know.
That's crazy
to think about. To think about. Well, did you see what the newest Marlins prospect did?
Which one?
Jerer Encarnación.
Oh no, I thought we were going to talk about Alcantara.
I mean, we can talk about Sandy as well, because that guy is an absolute lightning rod right now.
Yeah.
Just carvature all over the place. But in the big league debut of Jerer Encarnación, this guy hits a fucking grand slam, Jared. Big league debut, first hit. And
there were a couple
speaking of
guys that did that on the same day.
Yeah, speaking of Sandy told this dude, hey, you get a hit tomorrow? Like, you just get a hit. Just get a knock. You get a knock tomorrow, I will buy you anything you want. Anything you want. Just get a hit. Like, you fucking drop one down. You know what I mean? Broken bat. Whatever. You get a knock. We're going shopping, brother. What do you want? Well, this guy fucking barrels up a grand slam. Grand slam. He had an outfield assist as well. Like, have a day. I think he stole a bag. Have a day. That's a debut, especially when Sandy Alcantara is telling you, like, I'll buy you whatever you want. And that's not just coming from it. Like, that's coming from a guy who's arguably one of the best pitchers. Not arguably, he is one of the best pitchers in the National League right
now. So Sandy went 8 innings against the Mets yesterday, gave up 2 earned runs, and his ERA went up to 1.72.
Yeah, what's he? Is he second in the National League
in ERA?
ERA, or is he first? No, behind Joe Musgrove. Joe Musgrove, I think. Yeah, Joe Musgrove has like a 1.59.
Yeah. He leads the National League in innings and home runs per 9 and hits per 9. So he's just not a big damage guy.
But I gotta just kind of put in some context for this debut for Encarnación. Since at least 1901, he is the first player in the National League or American League to hit a grand slam, steal a bag, and record an outfield assist in his big league debut. He's the first Dominican-born player to ever hit a grand slam in his big league debut. Also the second Marlin to hit a grand slam in his debut, joining former teammate of mine, Jeremy Hermida. Oh, never mind. I thought that was Heredia. Yeah, it's Hermida. He was not a teammate of mine.
Former Red Sox legend, Jeremy Hermida.
Yeah, the 9th player in the big leagues since 2000 whose first hit was a grand slam.
It wasn't his first hit, but I think it was his first big league homer. What was his name? Buddy Kennedy for the D-backs? Yeah. You didn't see that?
Does not ring a bell.
I think it was the same day.
That just happened yesterday?
Yeah. It was either that or Saturday. First big league homer for Buddy Kennedy is a grand slam on a 3-0 count.
Salam Johnson, a little 3-0 green light.
Yeah, for the D-backs.
Yeah.
What was the score?
3-1.
What was the score?
He made it.
Get him out of here.
I don't like that.
Get him out of here.
You don't like that? Buddy Kennedy. Yeah, I don't know if it was his first hit, but it was his first big league homer. Grand slam, swinging on fucking 3-0 with the bases sacked. What a name, too. Buddy Kennedy.
Buddy. Oh, Buddy.
No, Buddy. Hey, Buddy.
Hey, okay, so, Joey, you just got your first big league knock. What do I have to buy you?
A boat.
A boat?
A boat.
Yeah, those are expensive.
Yeah, they are. What kind of boat? What kind of boat are we talking?
Motorboat.
I'm capping it at a yacht. Like, we're not getting it. You're not getting a yacht.
Yeah, I don't know what I want. Maybe
like a pontoon boat.
Dude. Well, yeah, take it. If I'm playing in Miami, get me in the intercoastal, going for gators. Get swampy. What are the airboats?
You want I was gonna say you want an airboat. That's what you want.
Yeah,
that's what you want. Jake, what kind of boat do you want? No, Jake. What do you get?
I'll take season tickets to the Red Sox.
So he's going to retire after getting his first year.
So Jake gets his first big league hit, instantly retires so he can go and finish out the season at Fenway, just taking in some home games.
Yeah. Big league debut, knock. He's like, all right, guys, thanks. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the support. I'm going to go watch the Red Sox now.
Yeah, that's integrity right there.
You know what I would do? I would get you to buy everybody on the team an iPad or something because
Oh, look at you playing, just playing good guy, playing teammate.
yeah.
Wow.
That's a David
an
Price
Amazon
move.
Kindle. What? David Price did that?
David Price bought all of his
Everybody's
teammates scooters, the electric scooters. He would get Jordans for everyone. David Price.
Gio Gonzalez also a Jordan guy.
I like Gio Gonzalez a lot. That was one of my more underrated favorite interviews that we did.
Yeah, Gio's a good dude.
Where is he at?
In Florida.
Just chilling?
Yep, chilling with the squad, chilling with the fam.
Good for him.
Living the life.
Happy Father's Day, Gio Gonzalez.
Happy Father's Day to Gio Gonzalez.
Happy Father's Day, Gio.
And only Gio. No one else. It's time to step up to the plate with DraftKings Sportsbook, though.
Got to. You need to.
Have to. An official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. New customers can bet just $5 on any game and get $150 in free bets no matter what, win or lose. If you're looking to turn a small bet into a big payday this baseball season, you can do that with DraftKings same-game parlays. Create your own parlay by combining multiple bets like which team will win, total runs, extra innings, and more, and boom, you have a shot at an even bigger payout. I fucking drilled my parlay last week, Dallas. I don't know if you saw that. Boom! Yeah, it was, what I have, Red Sox money line, Devers.
I'm not talking about it.
2 total bases, and the Red Sox over for runs, and I think they hit that by like the 5th inning. Devers fucking hit the shit out of one, obviously.
Hit that by the 5th inning.
The money line was a lock. And then, then the over on runs was a given. So that was easy money.
Was it?
Yeah. Yep. Right now, if your same game parlay doesn't hit, you can get a free bet back up to $10.
Oh.
DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. All you got to do is download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the promo code Jared. New customers can make any $5 MLB bet and get $150 in free bets no matter what. That is promo code Jared only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See the show notes for details. MLB trademarks used with permission. Yeah, so that's my little Jose Fernandez wormhole that I went down. And
thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, I mean, it happens randomly. It'll be like 1:30 in the morning, and then
you definitely, if you've ever had a man crush on anybody, it's Jose Fernandez.
I loved
Me
Jose
too, bro.
Fernandez. So 2016, his final season, that was the first year that I was full-time at Barstool covering the whole league. So my morning routine, you would wake up and you'd look at the probable starters, and I obviously didn't have 9 TVs back then. So I had to be more selective about which. I think I had 3 TVs set up in my mom's office at my parents' house. So I had 3 TVs, and obviously one of them belonged to the Red Sox, and I had to be selective about whose games I was going to watch. And I never missed a Jose Fernandez start. That was my guy. Actually, I almost when you were here, Dallas, when we went to Sports World, they had a pair of game-worn Jose Fernandez cleats. I almost got those.
I was going to say, why? How did you not walk out with those?
Maybe I should get them. Should I get them?
You're probably going to have to get those.
I
mean, they're there. They're right there for you. You know what I mean? Come on. Jose Fernandez cleats are in a store in Boston somewhere.
Yeah. I'm going to text them right now and be like, how much are those cleats?
Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm going to shoot him a text right now, too.
You could do that if you wanted, but if you think that a Saugus sports store would give you the cleats before me, you're out of your goddamn mind.
I mean, after I let him know what piece of memorabilia I had, those Shohei Ohtani rookie cards became just a formality. Those.
Imagine if I thought that I had the clout to call up a card shop in Stockton, California, and be like, "Hey, don't give that to Dallas. You're gonna give it to old Jerski." Nope.
I don't know. Maybe that thing is already taken, Jared. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
What I do want to talk about is there's a little it's this, Jared. This
What?
is a gauntlet. This is a gauntlet.
What
This,
gauntlet
my
are you
friend,
talking about?
is the definition of a gauntlet.
Mhm.
And it's 3 teams. Like this is like a three-way match. Like you've got the Astros playing the Yankees
Mhm.
and the New York Mets over the next 9 days. For those who aren't familiar, the New York Yankees, I don't think they've lost since late April.
They lost yesterday. Fucking, they're downward spiral right now.
The New
They
York
blew an
Mets,
8-3 lead. That's bad. That's bad.
That's a
dude.
heartbreaker.
that is bad. That's not a
Against
that's
the
a- that's a-
division rival.
Division
Yeah,
rival. You got an 8-3 lead. You fucking lose that game, dude.
You know what? Nobody else is having this conversation, and it's probably us that need to have it.
Mhm.
Are the Yankees in danger right now?
Honestly, I have to apologize first and foremost because I think I jinxed them accidentally. They were winning 8-3,
No.
and I tweeted the Yankees win every single game and hit a minimum of 5 home runs a game, and they haven't won a game since that tweet.
Oh, power outage.
I mean, look
The
at
Bronx
how,
is burning.
look at how
Oh.
stupid I look
oh
because of
God.
that tweet.
God. See, that's what you get for being unbiased. Or
That-
yeah.
That's what I get for calling it like I see it.
Mhm.
And the baseball gods were like, we're going to punish this guy. We're going to make him look like a complete and total jackass. Oh, you think the Yankees won every single game? Well, guess what? Now they're not going to win any more games. Suck on that. Now I got to wear it.
And
Hang with it,
speaking
dude.
of the baseball gods, when Houston comes, they're all going to be fuck Altuve, fuck boo boo boo. Maybe the baseball gods will punish them for that. This is mad.
So what do we got? What do we who do we have standing at the end of this 9-day extravaganza? Who comes out of this on top?
Wait, what gauntlet are you talking about? Because there's only one gauntlet that I'm aware of, and it's not this.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I just said
What-
what I'm talking about.
He said
What? What 9-day gauntlet is this? This is the Yankees. Whose schedule is it?
Houston
Houston's-
versus the Yankees.
Houston's schedule.
Yeah,
and the
Houston
Mets.
plays New York, both New York teams over the next 9 days. Like, look at their
Oh.
schedule. It's crazy. Like, they play a 2-game set, I think, and then a 3-game set with New York, and then back to a 2. Like, it's all over the place. Here,
They'll be
I'm-
fun.
I'm
The Astros are legit, though. I'm not worried about that gauntlet.
No. It's just I'm saying it's like it's a
test.
cool portion of a schedule. Yeah, it's a cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got the Mets for 2, and then the Yankees for 4, an off day, then the Mets for 2, and then the Yankees for 1.
I think Houston comes out on top. If I had to guess. Because Houston,
Yeah, what is the Houston Astros record at the end of this stretch?
6-3.
Yeah, I was gonna say 6-3.
6-3.
6.
Because you got. Oh man, do we have any pitching rotation matchups? Do we have anything?
I know that Houston's got a lot of pitchers. They got a lot of hitters. And they have Yordan Alvarez.
Some
and
would
you
say
know, dude,
teams
they're
full.
trying to stick it to the Bronx, dude, because the Yankees, they don't treat them right. They're going to be called cheaters. Maybe Bregman wakes up.
Oh, that's a possibility.
Didn't
The
he homer
Astros
the
with
other day?
attitude.
Yeah, I think he homered the other day.
Yeah, he did. He homered over the weekend. People,
But
the
when
thing
the
that people aren't talking about, the people that are shredding Alex Bregman on Twitter, saying that he's washed. What they're not factoring in, yeah, he homered on Friday night, is that he's about to acquire dad strength.
No, you know what? Oh, that's true. He is about to acquire dad strength, and that's great. And I hope that dad strength is acquired at some point in time. But you know what? it feels like at some point in time I'm just going to have to call it out and have to say it. And I feel like now's the time I have to say it.
What are you going to say?
Until I get that Breaky Bomb salsa on my lips, I just don't know that I can go to bat for Alex Bregman anymore. I don't know that I can talk about Alex Bregman anymore.
Wow.
Put a curse
this
on
dude's
him.
This dude's been selling me a pipe dream of Breaky Bomb salsa, and I haven't had it. Still haven't had it. Still is yet to come correct with just a jar of Breaky Bomb salsa.
He sounds scared.
Why don't you hit him up? Stop being a bitch.
I have.
You have?
We've talked about it. Oh, yes. We've talked about it.
When's the last time you communicated with Alex Bregman?
I want to say maybe a month and a half ago.
Kind of sus, don't you think?
Just saying. Like, you know what? Maybe actually, I don't want the salsa. I don't want the salsa because maybe that's the baseball gods saying, look, man, guy just wants some salsa. You told him to get him some salsa.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it
I
into
want
the
the salsa. I want the
I-
salsa. Give me the salsa. I know what I'm going to do.
Hey.
I'm going to chuck it on the fucking ground. Because Dallas has been waiting on this shit for, what, a year?
But
Too
you know
long.
what? No, I'm no longer waiting on it. I just needed to get that off my chest. I'm no longer waiting on it. I wanted it. Now I don't want it.
It's kind of bullshit, don't you think?
I'm off that salsa.
Should we
I'm
call him?
Anyway. Oh, he's not answering.
Oh, he didn't
Where are
answer
they at
for
right
me.
now?
He didn't answer for me. I was like, listen, you're fucking with my guy all wrong here.
Yeah, where they have an off day today, right?
Mm.
They have an off day. They're in New York, I would assume.
They're
Getting ready to
playing
play
the
game one of
Yankees.
the 2-game series against the New York Metropolitans.
Other than that.
Yeah.
Mm.
The Mets. All right, so Joe, you got them 6-3 coming out of this, huh?
Mm-hmm. I think the Astros are probably. I think the Astros is one of those teams. You can just they're in the ALCS right now. You can just put them in there, and maybe they're not as good as the Yankees record wise, but a few people sleep on them.
Yeah, Joe, I don't sleep on them, and I don't think you're out of line with that comment at all.
It's just, weren't you saying that?
Like I know Cleveland. I know Cleveland is playing well right now. They've strung like what 5, 6, 7 games together.
Hey, you're not gonna just fucking gloss over. We're doing a whole thing on the Guardians. We're not just glossing over their 6 straight series victories.
I mean,
You
it's
son of a bitch.
It is what it is. They're playing well.
Yeah, they're playing
Um,
really well.
I don't know that they're playing plug them into the ALCS well.
No, I don't think. Not yet, but
If there's anybody else in the American League, Jared, aside from the New York Yankees right now, that's plug them into the ALCS playing well right now, who would
Yep.
it be?
the Red Sox.
The Red Sox, huh?
Yeah.
The Red Sox. That's your answer?
Do you disagree?
Oh, they're
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Don't
I would
fucking say
disagree.
that.
I would disagree.
No.
'cause-
Well, you'd be
Yeah,
wrong.
if a team is currently not here, then I can't.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Team's not currently where?
Here,
Where's here?
right here,
What do you mean?
Right now.
right now.
Right now?
You said they're not here,
No, they're here.
so they're back.
No,
So they're not here.
not yet.
Can't find
So
them.
then if they're not here, I can't conceivably put them there.
Well, here's what I can do for you.
Well, no, I just told you what I could do.
Here's
for
what
you.
I can do for you. Here's what I can do for you. All right? Here's what I can do for you.
I can't do that for you though. I can't put.
You
them,
asked me, Dallas.
I can't put them there.
Dallas, what
Can't
you
do it.
asked me is,
I can
you
put
can
the
put the
Astros
Yankees in the ALCS, right?
I can plug the Astros in.
It's like, all right, so if you can say that, well, the Yankees have the best record in baseball
Mm-hmm.
since May 10th, and
Correct.
the second best record over that same span since May 10th
Since May 10th.
is the Boston Red Sox.
Joey, you love this life, Joey. You love this
They
life.
are-
Since
26-12, and the Yankees are 29-9. The Braves are actually third there, but they are not in the American League, and it took them 14 straight victories to even kind of get close to the Red Sox. So, if there's one team other than the Yankees that you could put in the ALCS right now, it's clearly the Boston Red Sox, and I don't. That's based on numbers. That's based on data.
No, for sure. And the data that I'd be going with is the amount of wins it takes to be put into these positions.
The
And
Red
right
Sox
now,
have
the
the
only-
second most, which would be
the only
making
other
their second
team-
team most likely. Let me just ask, because I don't know. Like you feel one way.
Who you asking?
You feel one way. I feel another way. So that's 2 votes. Jake, if there's one team other than the Yankees that you could just put in the ALCS
hold on. Before
right
we go
now,
to Jake, can we get Joey? I mean, Joey, you, just for the record, you agree it's the Houston Astros, correct?
You're plugging in the Astros. You can't plug in 3 teams. So right now,
all right. So then you
we're at a
shouldn't plug in
standstill.
the Yankees because they've fallen
I didn't
short.
plug in the Yankees. I did
All right,
not
so
plug
then-
in the Yankees.
I mean,
I
who was
plugged
in the
Yankees.
Let me, Joey. Let me ask you
Dallas
this.
got us set up
before
already.
before I get Jake's take on this, let me ask you, Joey. Were the Yankees in the ALCS last year?
Dude, they weren't even close. The
No.
ALCS last year.
Who played the Houston Astros? Your automatic Houston Astros. Who played them in that ALCS last year?
The Boston Red Sox, unfortunately,
Okay. No
lost
further
the series
questions.
to the
No further questions,
Astros.
Dallas. No
Unfortunately,
further
lost the
questions.
series.
Jake, if there's one team other than the Houston Astros that you could plug into the ALCS in 2022, who would it be?
I don't know how you could plug in anyone except the Red Sox.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you would go based on record and talent, and then you want to go back to last year, was it the Yankees that played the
Nobody
Astros?
is
Was
going
it the
back to
Yankees that
last
played the
year
Astros in the
for a
ALCS, or
fucking
was it the Red Sox?
Postseason appearance this year.
You're-
Nobody.
You're insane,
0
dude.
people are going back
You're
to
insane,
last
dude.
year.
You're insane. People are turning off this podcast because they can't listen to your fucking biased ass takes. People are like, oh, wow, Dallas doesn't think the fucking Red Sox are going to get to the ALCS again. Click.
Here's Jared.
Well, in that
Hey,
logic, we can plug in the Astros for the World Series to beat the Red
What?
Sox, and we plug in the Braves to win it all. So
No.
I like
It's-
that. I actually like that line of thinking.
No. You don't like. You just
once you get past the
factor it
wins and
in.
losses, guys, here's what.
Yeah, you don't factor it in entirely. It's not the end all be all. But the fact that it
No,
happened,
that is how it. That's how it's determined.
you're embarrassing yourself. You are.
Oh,
You're
you're so
embarrassing
cute
yourself.
at this age.
So, anyways, I'm excited about that ALCS. Sox are gonna be back in it.
How's
we got-
how's America's team doing, Jared?
America's team, the fan base is asking to be. We've got like a competition on who's gonna be like the next
I know.
baseball is dead voicemail line. We've got like some contenders.
Oh,
Mariners fans want it. White Sox fans want it. Who's the other one?
Cubs.
Cubs fans. I don't even know the Royals fan. Like for a fan base that was so rabid when they were in the World Series back-to-back years, we never hear from Royals fans. What is the deal with that?
I don't know. You know what? I think it's because they feel like they understand they're going through a growth period. With the Royals in town, I did get to see a lot of the guys. Got to see
Mengden?
Yeah, I talked to Mingden, talked to Amir, talked to Witt.
How'd that go?
That was great. Well, Witt, I only talked to Witt for like a brief moment because he was coming out and then he got stopped by an individual. I'm not going to put him on blast, but that conversation lasted a very long time. And so Witt and I just, yo, hey, what's up? How's it going? Blah, 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 blah. And then he was going out to the tunnel. Yeah, I saw Nicky Knox, little Nicky Lopez.
Mm.
BK, Brad Keller.
What'd you read on that top prospect over there?
Who's that?
What the shortstop they got?
Oh, Bobby Witt. Yeah, I saw Witt actually too. I love Bobby Witt Jr. Super athletic, strong, and he's not overly large. And so that's just gonna, like, as he develops, as he gets bigger, like grows into his big league body, he's gonna be a fucking dude.
He's
gonna be
having a
dude.
sneaky good year. People aren't talking about Witt.
Yeah. Well, he even said it. He said himself, he was like, yeah, man, he's like, I need the bat to come along a little more. You know, he's like, I wish that was clicking more. And I was like, dude, that's going to come. It's like, you know what you're dealing with, and you know what you've seen in the minor leagues and the difference. Because I don't know that there's ever been such a huge gap right now between what's going on at AAA and what's going on in the big leagues. Like just talent-wise, stuff-wise,
all the prospects are in
Double
A, right?
Well, it's like Double A's always been a predominantly prospect league. And that's why I think this day and age, with what you have at the big league level in terms of talent and stuff, and what's filling rosters at the AAA level, like there's a big gap, because every hitter I talk to, when they talk about going down for or coming back from rehab assignments or whatever, their first thing is like, the velocity of everything is just, it's a huge difference.
But you know who that didn't affect? It's good we got to this because I know we were going to talk about this. Is the youngest player in baseball, I believe, who's coming up and he's on a tear for the Braves, Michael Harris II.
Ooh.
I have an inside scoop. I don't know if people saw this. Hit his first home run. I was present. Nationals Park.
Mm-hmm.
Got a curtain call on the road.
That's awesome.
How loud was it? If you were to gauge that
On a scale of 1 to 10, probably a 2. There was nobody there, just Braves fans.
Yo, that dude, when we were in Atlanta, he was running balls down where you actually can see the guy run the baseball down. Like the baseball doesn't lose any steam. It's hit on a fucking line and it should absolutely be a double. It should probably one hop the wall. And then you watch this dude come out of fucking nowhere and just, it's like, honestly, it's like watching the Freeze race because you just see this dude just trotting along and you're like, I don't know if he's going to catch this dude. And then all of a sudden, and the Freeze just snatches that ass. And that's exactly what Michael Harris is doing out there. Like he's just snatching that ass.
Well, thank God, because a month ago we should have put Freeze in the outfield. That's the biggest difference with the Braves. What no one's really talking about is Michael Harris getting here just on defense alone and not having to have Marcell Ozuna in left is
being able to DH him.
Yeah, I mean he can't. Marcell Ozuna might be the worst fielder.
Because where do they have him? Where do they have him hitting right now, Joey, in the lineup? They had him hitting in the bottom part of the lineup when we were.
Yeah, he's
Atlanta.
6th or 7th right now.
Okay,
he's struggling at the plate a little bit.
Well, I mean, and the one thing that's nice about the DH, from a developmental standpoint, in the National League, being plugged into the 7th or 8th spot, those are man, because you got the pitcher backing you up or you got the catcher backing that up, those are tough spots to hit.
Mm-hmm. Not anymore.
No, all good. All
what the fuck are you?
Shout out Michael Harris, the dub.
Yeah, he's a beast. Bunch of call-ups happened. Speaking of young studs, O'Neal Cruz got called up yesterday, right?
Welcome.
Got called up yesterday. Riley Green joined the Tigers. Jeter Downs just got called up fucking 7 minutes before we started doing this podcast. Admittedly, I'm not super stoked about that, but
why not? Why are you not happy about that?
He's kind of been a dud in the minors.
What if he's not a dud now? Why do you think he's getting called up?
Depth, I guess. Arroyo is on the COVID IL.
Okay, yeah. If this is just a numbers move,
yeah, he's hitting 180 with a 694 OPS in AAA. So, pardon me for not being super stoked about it.
It's all good. It's a depth move. That's fine.
Yeah,
Nothing
I mean,
wrong
this
with
is people listening that don't know where Jeter Downs came from. This is one of the pieces of the Mookie Betts trade. So basically, Connor Wong was the other piece. He's a backup catcher. I know that he works really well with Nathan Eovaldi. They work together in spring, and he's caught him a little bit in little bit of cups of coffee stints in the big leagues. But he's been in the minors virtually the entire time. This is Jeter Downs' first call up, but he's been very unimpressive in the minors. And then so Mookie Betts was essentially a 1-for-1 for Verdugo. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, just a quick revisit here. We've got a Verdugo, we've got a Connor Wong, and we've got a Jeter Downs.
Yep.
You're not happy with the guy who's hitting 180 in AAA. Understand that.
Correct.
You're not happy with Connor Wong.
I mean, he is what he is.
Well,
Like,
you just said pretty much fuck Connor Wong. Why is he even allowed
that's
to play
not what I
baseball?
said. I never said that.
Well, that's kind of how it came off. I mean,
That's
forgive me for misinterpreting, I guess. Whatever.
Joey, is that how it came off to you?
Bad. Yeah, you can play the tape back, Jared. It's
Is
very
that how
clear.
it came off to you? I'm asking Joey. Is that how it came off to you?
Well,
Sure.
you did have some caveats. I wouldn't say it was that bad, but
Yeah,
you know,
it was
backup
pretty bad.
catcher.
I mean,
works well with
I'm not
Eovaldi.
super stoked about it. He's obviously not going to be the next fucking
It was pretty
Adley
bad.
Rushman or anything.
Oh, sorry, he's not Johnny Bench. Apologies, Jared. My bad. My bad. It's not Fisk walking through that door. What are we gonna do?
I mean,
What
you're
are
giving up a Mookie Betts. You fucking better be something.
What
like
are you
that.
gonna do? Yeah, well, that's like I said,
Yeah.
I just after a quick revisit,
Yeah, that
is
trade was
the-
a dud. Trade was a dud.
what I was gonna ask though
Dud
is
trade.
it definitely freed up the financial flexibility to sign a Raffy Devers and Xander Bogaerts
Mhm.
together, right? Because that's gonna happen. We'll
I
wait
think
and
it
see on
is.
that too.
You,
We'll
you
wait and
joke,
see on
but I
that,
think
too.
it is.
I'm
it does-
not joking. I'm not joking.
It-
I'm not joking.
Dallas,
Well,
put it
let
this way. It fucking better happen or else you're going to have to find a new podcast co-host because I'm going to blow my fucking brains out if it doesn't happen.
Well, Jared, let me tell you this. I can let you know that I had some conversations with the little birdie who's
Mhm.
been having conversations with a little birdie who's in charge of making some pretty important moves over there in Bo Sox land.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say that I have the inside track, the inside scoop,
Mm-hmm.
but I've heard some things. I've heard some things about some positionings, about
Mhm.
some angling,
Mm-hmm.
so that maybe a Raffy and a Xander does come true.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I was hearing rumors. Roth, would you accept this trade, Jared? Devers?
Oh, now we're talking trades?
Devers?
Dallas is like, hey, by the way, like I think, we might have the inside track on
No,
on
me and
Bogaerts
Dallas are
and
talking about
Devers
the
staying.
same thing. Me and
Joey's
Dallas
like,
are
all
talking
right,
about the same thing.
so we get Raffy to the Braves. You guys get Adam Duvall.
dude. Yeah.
And maybe I wish we didn't trade Sean Newcomb, but you could have him too if you want.
Well, I'm obviously the Red Sox, they're not back yet. They're struggling, so it might be time to sell off little pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Bogaerts,
Yep.
Devers for
Yep.
Juan Soto. Everyone's talking about it. The
For
little
Juan Soto,
birdies.
huh? Imagine.
Would you take that trade?
Would I trade Bogaerts and Devers for Juan Soto?
They only got 1 year left. I mean, come on.
Nah.
Bruh.
I mean, would I
don't have
do
the
it? Would I do it if Devers and Bogaerts just outright refused to sign extensions? Yeah. But like, if I don't know, the money is what the money is, you know? So I don't know. That would be a wild trade though.
Luckily, that will never happen.
No, it'll absolutely never happen. But you're thinking like years of control. You're thinking
My headphones went out.
Signability.
Right, I swear to God, my headphones went out right when you announced this. Who are the players again? Can you say this?
We're going Bogaerts, Devers for Soto at the deadline.
Bogaerts and Devers for Soto at the deadline. Jared, are you taking that?
it would depend on the signability.
That's
Juan
the easiest
Soto right
trade
now-
of all time.
Juan Soto right
For the
now
Red Sox.
is basically in the witness protection program.
So you think Juan Soto fucking sucks? Is what you just said.
I'm saying it's been tough for Juan Soto right now.
So you
What?
think Juan Soto is a
Right?
fucking
Isn't it?
dud?
No,
Lose.
look up the Soto stats. Let's look at him.
Juan
having a
Soto
good
is
year.
hitting 218 this year, which is shocking, with an 807 OPS. He's been walked 55 times. He's probably just getting frustrated because he's in a lineup
not-
where he can get pitched around.
Well, and that's you know what here. Ooh. So let me hold on.
That hasn't stopped him in the past, though.
Yeah, but you know what? What we're
It's
gonna
a
find
little
out
bit
here
different this
is if
year
it's
than in years
happening
past.
Right now.
He leads the league in walks. He's probably not seeing a ton of strikes. He's maybe getting one or two good pitches to hit a night. I mean, that would
Yeah,
be,
so-
that would frustrate me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the team's not looking very promising right now, to say the least.
You don't think the Nats got it in them?
No, maybe they get Strasburg back. They're waiting on Strasburg.
Well, remember what was their record in 19 on
1936,
19 and 31.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they missed it by one game, and that was the difference maker. They were about to get there.
So as we sit today, from last year, Juan Soto was swinging at pitches outside of the zone at a 15% rate. This season, it's at a 21% rate. That has gone up. The contact outside of the zone has also gone up, though. It was 62.6% last year. It is 72.4% this season.
Wow.
So he's definitely expanded his zone. He's definitely making contact with more pitches outside of the zone. And oddly enough, he's swinging at a few less pitches in the zone. His Z swing was 62.8%, so round up to 63. And that was last year. This year, it's 60%. And his contact rate in the zone, slightly less than it was last year. Last year, it was 88.7, round up to 89%. This season, 87%. So not huge numbers, not egregious, but just slight differences. So
keep an eye on him. He could.
That's
be
just
washed.
crazy that you said that he fucking sucks though, because he's very talented. You know that.
Nobody said he sucks. I said this season,
Dallas, you know how good he is.
Juan Soto might be in the witness protection program right now. But I mean,
Yeah,
look,
we heard
the power numbers.
He sucks, but he doesn't.
No,
He's having
nobody said he sucks.
he's having a rough first half. That doesn't mean he fucking sucks. You saw what he's done for his whole career up until this point.
Yeah,
Only one All-Star game.
You
Suck
already
good
know though about Juan Soto. Come on.
Yeah. Dallas is like, oh, he's never won an MVP. Bryce Harper's got 2.
No,
Like, all
what?
right, dude.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
Your words, not mine.
First of all, I mean, you're not wrong for saying that. Like, it's just a fact. I don't
Well,
know.
those are facts, but I didn't bring those facts up to try to highlight
factual statements.
anything.
But
if you want to drag Juan Soto through the mud, dude, you be that guy.
dude,
I'm just here
I
to tell you
never
that he's
said
hitting 218, and it's
the
been
only
a struggle
person that's
for
ever
him.
said anything negative about Juan Soto on this podcast is you, and you've said it a lot.
Definitely you.
And
You
the
got anything
tone
positive?
behind it just felt personal. I don't know what.
No, not at all.
Listen, I'm not
Not
going
at
to
all.
go there. I'm not going to ask those questions. I feel like you'd offer that information up if you wanted to, but I'm not going to ask.
Not a
But-
huge fan. I'm actually at my funeral. If you don't do the Juan Soto shuffle, I'm going to be disappointed.
Are you doing open casket, or I guess it depends on how you go?
No, no,
You're a
definitely
stocking
not.
guy.
No, yeah, light me on fire and throw me, because for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I don't want any of that shit.
No, not at all.
Where would you have your ashes spread? Would you let me smoke them? Could I?
Could you smoke me?
The new Canada Dips flavor.
If
Like
I
you're-
did, like Dallas would want this to happen, where it's like, all right, I negotiate with Meg for like a little baggie of Dallas's ashes, and I just like sprinkle a little Dallas ashes in a bowl and just fucking light them up and smoke them. I feel like that'd be
That's-
the way to do it.
That's the honorable thing to do.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would
My
do
friends-
it. If you let me do it, I would do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Smoke
turn
me.
it into
Smoke me.
or you could turn it into a sticky substance and use it on the field in true Dallas
could- you
Brady
could do that.
fashion.
So
Absolutely.
I found out, by the way, rest in peace, Drago, Dave Meller's dog, 10-year service dog, the head grounds crew guy at Fenway Park. So I learned from him, because they do the concerts at Fenway, where if they put
He's
the
got a-
stage,
We got to get him a new dog.
maybe.
Yeah. Dude, just side note, who's this guy?
He's the head grounds crew guy. You don't know who Dave Miller is? Oh,
He's
you
the head
definitely
grounds
met
crew
him.
guy at Fenway?
At Fenway. Yeah.
Jared, then yes, that's a done deal. Let's do that. We got to do that. Because what I tell you, and this is the God's honest truth. I'm not just saying this. They have been my experience at Fenway Park as a player, even as a fan outside. This isn't when people knew who I was. I'm not anybody that you would know at Fenway. It has always been great. Always been great. My grandma had a kick-ass time there, and that's honestly why I've really liked it, is because she loved the tour. She loved everything that she experienced there at Fenway. She had a blast. So I've always had a special place in my heart. But when I went this time, my partner, Kipe, 18 years, been calling games, never been down to the Green Monster. Never been down there. So I went and talked to Dave. I went and talked to Pookie. I went and talked to like a bunch of different guys, Ben out in the wall. And, they were like, yeah, dude, of course. Like, fucking come on. Like, I went into Pookie's office and the assistant club, he fucking
He's
popped
been there
up
forever.
Yeah, he was like, let's roll. And I was like, I'm actually just coming in just to ask, because I didn't expect you to be like, yeah, let's fucking go. But if you're ready, fucking let's go. He was like, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, but everybody's been awesome there, dude. Yeah.
I'll work some back channels just because like he loves that dog. And I feel like when someone loses a dog, some people don't want another. Some people don't want another dog. Some people are just like, nope, never replace him. So Dave used the same tattoo guy that I have. And he got a tattoo of Drago's paw print, but he got like DNA from the dog put in the ink.
Into the ink.
So, yeah. So then when he got the paw print like over his heart, he has like Drago's like DNA now. So that's pretty fucking cool. But yeah, well, I'm down, but I don't want to like,
no, you got to, that's the back channel action you got to do is like talk to the other guys on the crew and see if like, hey, like, is this something that we could do eventually for him? Like, do you think he'd be okay with that? Because it's a service dog, you said. Like, that's when my ears perked up, because it sounds
for
like
PTSD.
he needs the animal. Yeah.
Do you know his story?
No,
He got fucking hit by a car, and then he had PTSD from getting hit by a car. And then this dude was the head ground screw guy in Milwaukee, and he had this fear of getting hit by a car. Fucking some crazy person, and this was just by chance. Like the worst luck you could ever imagine. Some crazy person drove through the fence in center field and ran him over on the fucking field in Milwaukee.
Oh my God.
How crazy is that? So
like the last place on earth you could ever be ran over, it feels like.
That's what I'm saying. Like
on a baseball field.
He has this fear of getting hit by cars. The last place you think you're going to get hit by a car is when you're fucking working on the field in Milwaukee at a big league yard. And it happened. He's got a book out. Fascinating life story. And so Drago was his service dog that helped with his PTSD and depression and all that. So that's why, I mean, when I saw that he had lost his dog, I was like, fuck, man. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I know how important Drago is/was to him. So I mean, I'm definitely down. I'm definitely down.
Work the back channels, ask some questions. I mean, because there's a grieving process you gotta, that people go through, and you don't want to step on anybody's toes, not at all. Like, and you're right, he might not want another animal, but I would think that in his mental state, wanting and having been used to something that you've connected with being around, and now that's gone, it's not necessarily a replacement per se. Like, this is something that benefits you, having a relationship like that with an animal. So there's no replacing Drago. You're just doing yourself a favor by having another relationship with an animal that's going to be special in its own way.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the other place took down the video, but I interviewed Dave in front of the Green Monster a couple of years ago. So it's like his life story type deal.
Fuck, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I would have known that, haven't talked to him this time.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah. Yeah, but those dudes, everybody over there, man, has been great. A lot of love for those guys.
I think those motherfuckers took it down.
While you while you search for that.
Yeah.
Can we talk about? Well, no. You know what? I'm sure you gotta. We should probably pay some bills.
Yeah, let's talk about SeatGeek because I used SeatGeek yesterday when I went to Fenway Park, and what?
Have we talked since the NBA Finals?
I don't fucking care.
We haven't talked since the NBA Finals, have we? Did you use SeatGeek for Game 6?
No, I didn't use SeatGeek for Game 6. I used SeatGeek on Father's Day.
Okay.
Because I had 4 members of my family. It was me, my dad, my mom, and my cousin Dale, who was with us.
Really?
And so
Dale
there's 4 of us. Yep. And we only had 2 tickets. And my guy that usually lets us in the gate wasn't there. So I was like, fuck.
Uh-oh.
So I was like, all right, got to get some tickets on SeatGeek because 4 bodies, 2 tickets. So I hopped on SeatGeek, got some last minute tickets. Thank God that they were available. And I was pumped. Had a great day. Went up there, had a little dinner. It was a little cold, but you know what? It is what it is. And that's why SeatGeek is so beloved by butts everywhere. It's because they've made it the highest rated ticketing app. Whether it's concerts, baseball, basketball, football, festivals, or anything else, SeatGeek puts tickets from all over the web in one place to make buying simple. I was literally standing outside the gate. That was the only downfall of the day was I had to stand in line. I normally don't do lines, but I was like, you know what? Today
Staring at a lot of lower backs.
Yep. Yeah, people. Fuck you. That's not true. That's not true. That's not what I did. SeatGeek rates every ticket from 0 to 10 to make sure you're getting a good deal. Green means good, red means bad. And you can get $20 off your first purchase with the promo code Jared, Jared, at SeatGeek.com or on the SeatGeek app. That is promo code Jared for $20 off your first SeatGeek order. SeatGeek, get your seat in a seat and download the app today. Just saw John Morosi tweeted. Ken Giles, activated by the Mariners. He's poised to make his first MLB appearance since September 15th of 2020. Ken Giles. That is a name that I haven't even thought of. Like, at least like with Marcel Ozuna, or is that not Marcel Ozuna? Who's the fucking Roberto Osuna? Yeah. There's Ozuna with a Z and Osuna with an S. Roberto Osuna with an S. That's a name that we've at least thought of. I think he was the fastest ever to 100 saves. Mm-hmm. Then obviously he was a huge piece of shit. Blue Jays want to get rid of him. The Astros were like, we love pieces of shit here. And so he goes to Houston. He's part of a playoff run. They go to the World Series. It's a whole thing. And then he's just not heard of again. But I think he's in some, either like the Mexican League, something like that. That's a name I've at least thought of because he was still young enough and he was still good enough, but obviously no one wants to touch him. Ken Giles, I have not thought of at all.
No.
What was that trade? Ken Giles, who did he get traded for?
Well, look, that's a great inward. What the fuck? There we go.
Oh, no, that's why I just made the connection. He was fucking in the Roberto Osuna trade. Duh. I was like, why is my brain going to Roberto Osuna right now? Yeah. Traded by the Houston Astros with David Polino and Hector Perez to the Toronto Blue Jays for Roberto Osuna.
Well, the Mariners right now, I don't want to say the last thing they need, but pitching has been fine as of late. Pitching has been fine. That's the problem. Since May 25th for the Seattle Mariners, I believe, 2.69 ERA for the starters.
Damn.
That's third in baseball. The offense during that time, however, fellas, 679 OPS. That is eighth worst in baseball. They haven't scored in 20 innings.
I turned on the game the other night and I saw fucking Justin Upton, and I was like, what the fuck? When did that happen?
Yeah.
Just popped up on the Mariners.
There he is.
They're on the hot.
Yeah.
They're on the lifeline. They got on the lifeline. Call a friend.
Yeah. Well, they're looking for phone lines to be opened. Robbie
Roberto
Ray
Osuna,
starting to turn
by the way,
things
is in
around a little.
Japan now.
What's that?
Roberto Osuna last week signed in the
Japan?
Nippon League.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
He's only 27.
Oh, hey, he'll make his money over there. They pay for outs no matter where you go.
Yeah.
It's a fresh start over there.
I guess so.
Whatever. We talked about the Astros and their little gauntlet, if you will. This isn't a schedule thing, but you've got two guys in Manny Machado who just had a horrific looking ankle injury. And I mean, we could talk about the new bags, how they're going to be bigger. If that's the case, does Manny Machado avoid this injury? Because Manny Machado's heel ended up like on the back side of the bag when he first made contact with it. So it wasn't a great job of hitting the bag. But does the size difference help this at all? Does the shape of the bag and its change, does that have Manny Machado avoiding this injury? I don't know. But the injury is what it is. X-rays negative, nothing broken. That's good news. Sometimes, though, doctors will tell you, sometimes it's better to have a break than just a really bad strain or sprain, like just because maybe the bone heals quicker and the torque that you've created on these tendons and stuff, that might take a little while longer to bounce back. And now you're talking about the integrity of a joint, you know, the elasticity of it, the stability of it. But I bring that up because I bring Mookie Betts and his cracked rib up. And you've got two clubs in the in the Dodgers and the Padres that are at the top of that division, playing very good baseball. Which team is able to withstand losing one of these guys for an extended period of time?
The Doyers,
And-
obviously.
Doyers.
The Padres cannot afford to lose Manny Machado for any extended period of time, especially with Tatís having been out the whole year. And then who knows? I mean, the whole thing with Tatís scares me a lot because they continue to. It's murky. The information about his return is murky at best. Where it's
things
like,
aren't healing. Things aren't healing correctly.
Right.
Like
that to me is like, all right. Even when he comes back, are we still at risk of like re-injuring this thing or what? Like, is he going to be 100% and ready to go when he does come back? Or is this going to be like a lingering thing for the whole year that results in like another surgery or whatever? But losing a Mookie Betts that's huge for any team, no matter how deep you are or how loaded you are in terms of talent. He's been great.
Mookie's arguably been absent for the last 2 weeks as is.
Yeah.
Hitting under 100, I believe.
But that's cost the Dodgers. It's not like they're immune to like, all right, we lost Mookie, but we can just keep plugging along. I mean, the Dodgers have
that's my point is Manny is to the Padres what Manny is to the Padres. And you can't afford to lose him at any point in time. Just like you would feel like you can't afford to lose a Fernando Tatís. However, they have showed you that isn't necessarily the case. I don't want to say the same thing's going to happen when Manny Machado goes down, because now you're talking about plugging in an entirely different left side of an infield. Like, no, that's fucking tough to withstand. That's tough to deal with.
the Dodgers have a losing record since May 30th.
Well, and all of that is with Mookie Betts.
Yeah. Coincidentally, that May 30th starting point is another starting point for another team that we have to talk about. But we'll finish this first. But May 30th is a starting point for...
Nobody cares about it.
Cares about what?
The Cleveland Guardians.
Yes, they do. What is your fucking beef with the Guardians? What do they do? Show me on the doll where the Cleveland Guardians touched you wrong.
What's
wrong?
It's just your arbitrary start dates that I don't like.
They're not. Since May 30th, the Oakland A's are 3-15. Suck a fucking fat dick.
Well,
Arbitrary. Once again, arbitrary.
Not
Doesn't tell the
arbitrary.
whole full picture.
It's not arbitrary.
Doesn't tell the full picture.
Here's how it's not arbitrary. The May 30th start date for the Dodgers was the first day of that 3-game sweep that they suffered at the hands of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Dallas. Do you feel better about the start date now?
Wow. Whoa. Wow.
May 30th was the first game. It was the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates swept them in Dodger Stadium. And since they were swept by the Pirates, they are 7-11. They've lost 11 of 18. They are 23rd in the big. That's a .389 winning percentage. But over that same span, the Cleveland Guardians on May 30th, that's when they swept the Kansas City Royals and started a 6-series winning streak. They've won 6 straight series, and they're 15-4 over that span.
But Jared, you know what? You're a big of substance guy, though, aren't you? Like, because I will always remember how much you wanted to defend Aaron Judge's power output in 19, I think it was.
You know what I mean?
And your whole basis was, man, I want to tell you how good Aaron Judge is and how awesome these home runs are. But you kept reminding people, and I thank you for doing so, that they were empty.
By the way, this was like 2017.
That those home runs, 17. That the home runs didn't mean much. Right?
I was still, Jay Hay was still on the show, and I was still living in New York, and I was still paying for like a bus to get home.
But you still watched baseball.
I watched baseball, but I'm just saying this is an ancient argument. I'm a bit. There's not a bigger Aaron Judge fan than me.
Well, no, I guess. What do you guys call it? You call that a receipt or just a memory? I have.
Well, I mean, what I said wasn't wrong. It was a lot of garbage time homers, but I don't know what this has to do with the Cleveland Guardians winning 6 straight series.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting to.
You think that the Cleveland Guardians are garbage time beating teams right now?
Well, if you take a look at just
the
a
Royals,
few of the teams,
the Orioles, the Rangers, and you're calling your own Oakland A's a shitty baseball team, then you got the Rockies, and then the Dodgers. You think the Dodgers are a shitty baseball team?
Can we all agree that the Dodgers would be the best team out of this entire lot?
Okay.
Anybody disagreeing with that?
The Dodgers are a good team. The Rockies went to the World Series in 2007.
Anybody else going to disagree?
The A's were in Moneyball.
fact-
The Rangers had A-Rod in 2003. The Orioles won the division in 2014, and the Royals won the World Series in 2015.
And
Those are the teams that they went through.
There's nobody arguing that the teams that are left outside of the Los Angeles Dodgers are having a bit of a difficult go.
So you're saying the Oakland A's suck? Can we put that on a graphic, Jake? Oakland A's broadcaster. This team fucking sucks.
That was
Dallas.
That
Brady.
was never said.
That's basically what you just said.
Oh no. I told you
so
that.
So then they're not a measuring stick. Can we put that on a quote card? This fucking team isn't even close to a measuring stick. Dallas Braden on the Oakland A's.
Go the first one.
This team fucking sucks. Dallas.
Yeah.
Oakland A's broadcaster. Dallas Braden on the state of the Oakland A's.
Yeah, it's not. I haven't gone in depth.
That's
on
pretty
that.
much
That's
what
not
you said,
something-
though. Like I think
No,
it's
not even close.
paraphrasing. Like I don't think you said it word for word.
Fire them up. Do it.
No,
Put it on.
That's not a fire up the boys.
I don't think you realize the power that you have to be able to fire up the boys here. Like you're not the manager, so you can't be a voice inside the clubhouse. But you can put it on a quote card, and we can retweet that thing.
Yeah, no. You know what? That's just not something I'm willing to do. Not at this point in time. That's
All
not
right,
something.
Joey, can you make it, please? Just make.
I'll
a
get
quote
the team on it. I'll talk to the team.
Yeah,
because
talk
look,
to the
Royals. Royals, where are they at in their season?
Back-to-back World Series, 14-15.
Orioles, where are they at in their season? The Rangers, the A's, whether you like it or not,
They made a whole
I don't know
movie
that
about
any
the
of these teams, Jared, are going to be a part of any sort of postseason push. I don't know that any of these teams are going to be contenders for any sort of wild card
The
positions.
Rangers were a strike away a couple of times from winning a World Series.
Yeah, that was back when
2011.
their shortstop wasn't our shortstop. But that's the case now.
Mhm.
So, sorry.
I mean, Nelson Cruz is still playing. It wasn't that long ago.
No, it was Nelson Cruz is 53 years old and he's still playing.
But I'm just saying, Nelson Cruz played in that World Series and he's still playing now, so it couldn't have been that long ago.
So yeah, your Guardians, Jared,
I just want you to show some respect. That's all.
I have.
Like,
I've
I
shown
know
some
that.
respect.
I know that in your own words, the Oakland A's quote fucking suck. But like, I know that you're having a bad year, but that
never
doesn't
said
mean
it.
you can't give credit to teams that are having a good year. The Cleveland Guardians are having a good year, dude.
You know what? They're making things interesting is what they're doing.
Yeah,
That's what they're doing.
obviously,
And
the
I'm
best
here
pitcher
for
on the
that.
staff, Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber, a 2.59 over this 6 series winning streak. You got
That's-
Zach Plesac turning things around. He's got a 2.63 over that span. McWinsey,
Mm-hmm.
a 3.79. And Dallas wants to just roll up to these guys and be like, yeah, nice numbers, but you guys played against a bunch of shitty ass teams, so I guess those numbers don't count.
I highlighted the fact that your 6-game absolute juggernaut
6 series, not games,
or
6 series.
Yes, excuse me, your 6-series juggernaut Cleveland Guardian powerhouse.
Yeah.
I was just trying to put it in perspective again, which is why I brought up you absolutely trashing Aaron Judge in
No, I
2017.
I never did that. And
Yeah.
you're telling me the Guardians just took a series
short
from
of
the
calling
Dodgers.
Aaron Judge a rejected lacrosse player, you were like, I don't know how this fucking guy's even hitting homers,
Right.
let alone the meaningful homers. Everybody's on this guy's dick, but he's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, quote cards
He
exist for
did.
that too.
I mean, you go look at the numbers in 2017. He had a lot of garbage time homers that didn't mean anything. But
yeah, but
it's
you're the
just-
biggest
it's
Aaron
just-
Judge.
it's odd behavior. I am a big Aaron Judge fan. It's odd behavior to say this about the Guardians coming off a series victory against the Dodgers. If the Oakland A's started a series with the Dodgers, their
Mhm.
odds to win not just the series but a game in that fucking series, they can't.
Why
look,
is it?
They can't.
Why
look
is it
great.
got to be a fucking series though? It could just be a series. You know what I mean? Like the no hope there. I sensed that. You
It's
didn't
terrible.
have to do that.
But I'm just trying to give some perspective on what the Guardians have just accomplished.
Yeah, so was I. Just context.
Well, let me
you know,
ask you,
that's all.
Jared.
mhm.
No.
Jared.
Do you have the balls?
Oh, Joe, let's
The
go, Joe.
balls to say it.
To
Say,
say
that
what? The
The,
Guardians are going to make the playoffs or that they're going to win the division?
either one. Division.
The division?
Either one.
They're one game back, dude. They're on fire. They can't
Yeah,
lose.
why? Yeah, Jared, why is the division not a possibility? How
I'm
is it
not saying it's not a possibility. I didn't fucking say that. Don't
Well,
put words in my
it's-
mouth. Don't put
well,
words in my
well.
mouth. I didn't fucking say that.
Well, they're only a game out right now.
They're a game out and they have the best run differential in the division.
Yeah,
So you don't
and-
even
and
have
you
to
know
have
what?
balls to say it. You don't even have
They've
to have
won
balls.
6 series in a row.
They've won
Jared,
6 series in a row.
against some baseball teams.
Pretty good
So-
teams. Are you going to make me root for the Guardians to win the division now?
I'm gonna make you
That's-
put a $10,000 future on it. Actually,
$10,000 future.
that's what you should do.
Yeah, put your fucking money where your mouth is. That's what the people need. That's what the Guardians need.
10,
They need
10
somebody to
racks on the
literally
Guardians to win the division.
Go to. How do you not? Come on, bro. What is that? That's one chain, Jared. That's
That's
odd
one
chain.
chain.
That's chain money, bro.
That's one
Let's go.
chain. That's
Come
1
on.
month's rent.
Come on, you don't. You got that in your fucking ashtray.
10 racks
deep-
on the Guardians to win the division right now.
I mean, how
They're
how
a
are
game
you,
out.
Hey, Beebs.
Let me I'm gonna text someone at DK.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm gonna see what are the odds for the Guardians to win the.
You could ask
division.
Jake, and he could
No,
find
you know
it in
what,
2
Jared,
seconds.
this is, remember how I told you, this is what managers have to deal with. You want to get close to being a big league manager? Hot seat right now. Hey, eye contact with the camera, Jared.
I'm
Come
looking.
on.
I'm looking.
This is what it is. You get to choose from a list right now.
Mhm.
You get one list that tells you this is the numbers. This is what you could make the decision based on.
Yeah.
And you could keep your job here, or you could go with your gut, Jared. You
Yeah.
could go with your baseball gut.
Mhm.
And what does your baseball gut tell you about the Cleveland Guardians right now? I feel like that's what the Cleveland Guardian fan base needs. They need somebody to tell them that
Right.
they will not go quietly into this good night behind
Right.
the Minnesota Twins. It's not
Right.
just their division to take home. Why? Because you believe so. And how much do you believe so? To the tune of 10,000 donations, 10,000 roses, Jared. That's how strongly, I don't know, put a number on it. Maybe 10,000 is a little too strong. Maybe you don't believe. And maybe you just need to come out and say that. But
Right.
whatever it is, the Cleveland Guardians need you, and they need you now. What are you going to do?
What do you? Well, first I'm going to get the odds. I want to see what that payout looks like.
Pussy!
I mean, who wouldn't want to know what their payout is before they make a
Go with
bet?
your heart, Jared. Go with your heart. You can't quantify this kind of stuff.
The other thing too is I'm going to have to.
Odds.
The other thing too,
Yeah,
I'm
who
going to have
cares
to make
what
like
the odds
a
are? You're
fucking
gonna
trip
win
to
if
New
you-
Jersey to make the bet.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's a great point, Joey.
Actually,
Who cares what the odds are if you know you're going to win?
Yeah.
What does it matter?
that's true. That's a good
See?
point. That's a good point.
I don't know that you can argue with that.
No, I don't think you can either. But $10,000 on the Guardians to win the division. 10,000 to win what? What would you think?
There's going to be, that's going to be a,
At least
Yeah,
20,
I got you.
30K.
Yeah, I got you probably. I was going to say, I got you plus 350 there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Absolutely. You know how many change you can buy with that, Jared?
That's
Huh?
a lot.
That's a lot of change.
That's a lot of
Walking
change.
around this bitch looking like Mr. T.
Yeah. I got another one coming in soon.
Odd.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. I think we're going to Chicago first week of July, and there's a DraftKings Sportsbook there. See if I can put in a future for the Cleveland Guardians to win the motherfucking division. 10 racks.
Did your voice just crack when you said Guardians? I guess
No.
I'll put it. All right.
6
I'm
series
fucking-
wins in a
I'm
row.
chilling,
it's
dude.
a lock.
Yeah,
6
bro,
Doesn't matter what
exactly.
the odds are when you know you're gonna win. That's gonna be my new T-shirt. Doesn't matter what the odds are. You know you're gonna win.
You string together 6 series. It's a fucking you're hot right now.
They're honestly. I'm gonna make sure that they know about this. I'm gonna make sure that that clubhouse is well aware that Dallas Braden doesn't believe in them.
No. No
That
one
is
said that I don't believe it. No.
No one is gonna listen to this podcast and be like,
hey.
"Oh yeah, Dallas definitely believes in the Guardians."
If anything, what needs to be played in that clubhouse is me putting your feet to the fire, telling you why the Guardians needed you. That's what they need. They'll play that before they go out to play every ball game, Jared, and they might rattle off the fucking ALCS. You never know. You never know. You got a future on that too? Huh?
What the Guardians? They're plus 380.
So, see, I was right. I was in the neighborhood. I gave you plus 350.
Yeah, you got better
380.
odds than you thought.
Yeah.
It's a cash
Still don't matter,
cow.
though, because you know you're going to win.
Doesn't matter. It's just a bonus.
Odds just keep getting
icing.
better and better, Jared.
Plus 380.
They're basically telling you to make that bet right now. We will hold.
The Twins are plus 135. The
How
White
far away
Sox,
is Jersey from Boston?
like 3.5.
Oh.
The White Sox are plus 125. But the Guardians at plus 380? You kidding
You
me?
like that? You like that?
I do. I love that.
I see a lot of value there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and let it be noted, I will be taking my cut from your winnings here.
Why do you get a cut?
Well, I connected you here to this bet. Come on.
You connected me to the
I've
DraftKings
led you to the
Sportsbook?
water. I've led you to the water.
Uh,
You didn't know you wanted to make this bet until now. You're welcome.
yeah.
Yeah.
10 bands on the Guardians.
That's the
baby.
face of, did I just get talked into a $10,000 bet, but am I okay with it? Am I really going to make this bet? I like the odds. Why am I not making this bet? I'm
I
making this
mean,
fucking bet.
It's
Yeah.
it's a good bet.
It's not a bad bet.
Yeah, it's a good bet. People like this bet.
The folks
Yeah.
like it. All right, so to wrap up the Machado Mookie Betts conversation, we easily have the Dodgers sustaining this hit.
They got a way better chance than the Padres, just because of how freaking Machado's been their only offense.
Yeah, Machado's
We've
been
established
absolutely
this a
Yeah.
few times.
Mm-hmm. He's got the second most hits in the league behind NL MVP frontrunner Paul Goldschmidt.
That's a $48,000 payout
What?
plus
Sorry, my
380
audio cut out.
Plus 380.
plus 380 $10,000 bet. I have 48,000.
Yeah.
You win 38, but you'd get back your 10, so 48.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty sweet, dude.
Mm-hmm. That's got
pretty sweet,
rocket
man.
fuel written all over it, buddy.
I might be in on that. People, I mean, the Guardians gotta show me something at the deadline too. Like that's the other thing. I don't know.
Oh, now here we go. We're moving the
Hey,
goalposts
hey,
back a
hey,
little. Oh,
I'm
they
not
gotta
moving
show
shit.
me something
I'm
at
just
the
thinking out
deadline.
loud. I'm just
Here's Jerer.
thinking out loud.
Here's Joe.
I'm-
They've only won 6
I'm
series in a
thinking
row.
out
It's
loud.
not that big of a deal when you take a look
I'm
at some of
thinking
the
out
teams
loud.
they were playing against.
That's all.
Bloody fucking
I'm just
blah.
thinking out loud. That's all I'm doing. All I'm doing
That
is
didn't
thinking out loud.
That didn't even take 3 minutes for you to flip.
No, I
That's
didn't flip at
incredible.
all.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you want to ask me if I got the balls? I got them.
I've seen bagels in a toaster last longer on one side.
Nope.
Incredible.
No.
Jeez Louise.
Incredible.
I don't see you putting 10 grand on the A's to win the division.
No, I don't know if the same value is there for me
Yeah,
as
pussy,
the value.
pussy boy.
I don't-
That's
They're
just,
probably not
you know, it's-
accepting those bets, man.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
being honest.
Pussy
Whoa.
boy.
Joey, that's,
Hmm.
you didn't have to go there.
Because the sports books know, man, there's just
Mhm.
Well, they
it's
don't
gonna
want to
happen.
withstand that. Like, could you imagine
Yeah.
that? That's an Angels in the outfield type comeback, and then boom,
Yeah.
on the hook for that bag.
Mhm.
No, thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm going to tell
We're gonna
Shane
have to get
Bieber
a
you
new-
think he sucks.
Oh, that is inaccurate.
Well, we
I mean,
talk about
that's-
Shane Bieber. What he's doing, dude, he's throwing like his velocity's like 4 miles per hour down from his Cy Young,
Mm-hmm.
and he's still carving people up.
Yeah,
Because he was never a blow you away guy. He was always a
He knows
dot
how to
guy.
pitch.
Yeah.
He knows how to pitch.
He better.
He
Keep
knows
you
how to
off
pitch.
balance, dot him up guy. That's what he is.
That's why they're good.
And that's why at least I have respect for him. I know Dallas' thoughts have changed over the years, but I'm still
No.
a big fan.
Remember, come on.
What?
I drafted Shane Bieber in our 25 and under draft to start
Yeah.
a franchise
That
with.
was back
There's-
when you
you
respected
just-
him, yeah.
Those are facts. That'll never change.
Yeah, that was like 3 years ago, maybe, but
My 101 went and got me a Cy Young.
a lot of things can change in 3 years.
It's just incredible projection by me.
Yeah. That's all.
Jake, what else we got?
Jake, what else we got?
Speaking of the Guardians and in the race for the wild card, it looks like there's
The
a
division.
good chance that for the division, and the wild card though, it looks like there's possibly 4 teams from the AL East could make it.
Yeah. Do you know which one probably has like the best odds of making it to the ALCS?
Yeah, according to the DraftKings Sportsbook, it's the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Is that sure? Is that
Yes.
true?
Yeah. You don't have an account? If
I'm not looking at mine
me-
right now.
I got one. Jake's got one. Looks like it's the Red Sox. So
No, I don't believe you. I don't know that I believe that.
that's fine. You don't have to believe.
To make the ALCS, it's not the New York Yankees. That's all right.
No,
But
they've
this
had
is-
they've had a cupcake schedule to this point.
Oh, so
Yeah.
now's the time we're talking about. Now's the time we're talking about.
Yep,
schedules.
they got a cupcake schedule. They played a real team, the Toronto Blue Jays, yesterday. They scored 9.
They have
runs and
11
still
more
lost.
wins than anybody in the division.
Okay, who cares?
So
Who
outside,
cares?
so
Who gives a fuck, man?
Yeah,
It doesn't even matter.
as if that mattered.
no.
But is this like seriously? How realistic is it that 4 teams, because the Guardians and the Minnesota Twins
Mhm.
right now are the only hurdle between the AL East having 4 fucking teams in the postseason.
Well, you need one of those 2 teams to fall off. Obviously,
Well, I mean,
is that team the Twins?
I don't think it would be.
They have a plus 25 run differential, which, I mean, is not as good as my Cleveland Guardians, but
You know,
they don't even need to fall off right now. They would be 4 teams from the AL East if everything goes according to schedule.
Yes, yeah. The Red Sox would sneak in. What?
That's not true. The Guardians are tied with Tampa right now, so the Red Sox are a half game out.
Oh,
they're tied with Tampa.
Oh, so if the season
Tampa
were to end, if the season were to end today,
yeah,
the Red Sox would miss out.
Yeah, but good thing it doesn't end for another several fucking months. So take your if the season ended today bullshit narrative and get the fuck out of here with that.
No, that's just a
season doesn't end today.
Just fact.
Yeah, but the thing is, the season doesn't end today, so we don't have to talk about that.
For sure,
Cleveland Guardians would be in a playoff spot, but they're kind of holding out for the division too.
That's the rumor.
A lot of people are saying that.
Some are willing to ride that horse all the way to a payday. Some are not.
Yeah. Yeah. Tampa Bay just sliding away right now, though. They're just not that special. They're not as good this year.
Half game better than the Sox.
Yeah. Because they
and Shane McClanahan's throwing the absolute piss out of the baseball right now.
Better than anyone, statistically speaking.
Shane McClanahan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty fucking good.
Yeah. He's I forget the span, but it's probably like the last couple months or so. He's led the majors. I mean, just this year, he's got a 1.84. The fuck?
There's somebody better.
An 0.85 whip. What are the strikeouts? The strikeouts per 9, 12.1. He's having a Cy Young worthy season this year. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to bring the Rays to a playoff spot. Unfortunately,
they just hide him in Tampa. Do you JP Fireson? Do you know him? How do you say his name?
Fireisen.
He's got a 0 ERA still. 22 games, 0. He is hurt right now. But
the Rays also, I don't know what it is about May 30th. May 30th was the starting point for a lot of teams here. May 30th was when the Guardians started their 6 series winning streak. May 30th is when the Dodgers started their slide of losing 11 out of 18 by getting swept by the Pirates at home.
Raise it.
And then May 30th is the starting point for when the Tampa Bay Rays started playing shitty baseball. Since May 30th, the Tampa Bay Rays have lost 11 of 19. So they're 8-11. And they're clinging to a playoff spot right now. Clinging. They could be out of a playoff spot by the end of tonight, Dallas. They could be out.
The Rays?
Mm-hmm.
The lowly Rays?
They could be on the outside looking in by the end of play tonight.
But I think they're still confidently positioned in their division. Would you say?
No, I don't think so. No. They could be in 4th place by the end of the night. That's a fact. Ooh. You don't want to be in 4th place. Let me tell you. You get a lot of tweets from Yankee fans when you're in 4th place. A lot of tweets.
Well, we'll see. But the fact that one division could be boasting 4 out of the 5 or 4 out of the 6 postseason spots, it's unbelievable.
AL East is tough.
That never happened in the history of the sport.
It hasn't. Not in the wild card era. And definitely not in the expanded wild card era.
No, never. Not once.
This will be the first time.
This will be the first time we've ever seen it.
But then it would happen 100% of the time it's been possible if it happens.
Yep.
Right.
So is it
if you have a situation,
or is it common?
If you have a situation where the Tampa Bay Rays are out of the playoffs, you'd be like, damn, that happened pretty fast. But not as fast as it takes to prepare a freshly meal.
Oh, no. Not nearly as quick.
No. Because you can get that done in 3 minutes.
Oh, you know what else you can get done in 3 minutes?
Oh.
What?
This guy's got what?
We're waiting on it.
Freshly is it's food that's fast, but it doesn't have to be fast food. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
Freshly offers quality meals without the hard work. Their meals are designed by nutritionists, cooked by chefs, then delivered fresh. Other meal deliveries need to be prepped and cooked, but Freshly is ready to eat in just 3 minutes.
Oh.
Jake had fucking 3 different Freshly meals last night during the podcast that doesn't have a name. We did like a 2.5 hour podcast and just he'd get up, go make a Freshly meal, come back.
Hammer a Freshly?
Yeah, only missed 3 minutes. Like
Love
you can have a meal with Freshly and produce a podcast at the same time because of how quick it takes to make it. But you're not sacrificing quality. That's the best part.
It is.
No one wants to spend an hour cooking dinner after a rough day at work or an infuriating commute. At the end of a long day, takeout doesn't have to be your only option for an easy dinner. Whether it's for you or your whole family, Freshly gives you convenience, flavor, and nutrition. Get delicious, chef-made, nutrient-packed meals delivered straight to your door. No cooking required, fresh and never frozen, ready to heat and enjoy in just 3 minutes. Use the Freshly website or app to find meals that fit your lifestyle with plans that work for your dietary needs, preferences, tastes, and family size. Choose from over 50 nutritionist-designed entrees like their classic steak peppercorn, multi-serve sides like their masterful mac and cheese, or their new line of plant-based meals. Skip the grocery shopping and the dirty dishes. Your meals arrive cooked and fresh every week. New meals are added weekly, so you're never stuck eating the same thing over and over. Stop stressing about dinner. Right now, Freshly is offering our listeners $125 off your first 5 orders when you go to freshly.com/Jared.
Woohoo!
That's $125 off at freshly.com/Jared. Jared. Max Scherzer could be back next week. You fucking nervous over there, Joey?
Ooh.
You nervous, bro?
Ooh.
You nervous, bro?
Yeah, I mean, it looks good for the Mets to have him back, honestly. The Mets, you got to show love. The Mets are doing pretty good. They're having a pretty good season.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
Did they win? Did they win 14 games in a row? Not quite.
No, they
They did not. But you know what
quite.
hurts, Joey? Is that you rattle off 14 in a row, and that gets you 5.5 back.
That gets us 5.5 back, which is better than we were last year at this point. So we're actually feeling pretty good.
Do they have another 14 gamer in them?
No, but we got a couple.
Couple
Yeah,
8 or 9ers?
We got them, 8 or 9s. It's not about the big winning streaks. It's about sustaining a healthy winning percentage.
Couple of series stretches?
Yeah. You don't want to get them all. You don't want to get all. Winning streaks are overrated. As you see with the Braves, they just lost a winning streak because of the wind. So that just tells you kind of how fickle they really are. But I think we're supposed to be talking about the Mets right now.
Yeah.
We are supposed to be talking about the Mets.
Talking about the Mets.
It's not all about the Braves. I mean, I know the Braves are a more interesting team, more entertaining team, like a easier team to root for in general, but like sometimes it's okay to shed some light on the Mets. And
Well, everybody thought that the Mets were going to be absolutely toast
Mm-hmm.
when Scherzer went down, because now you're thinking, fuck, this is going to be a long time.
Mm-hmm.
DeGrom might not throw another pitch. Who knows? Rehab.
Whoa.
We get it. Like that window's
Whoa.
open. What? No, I meant for the
Saying.
Mets this year.
Yeah,
Not
I
like
know.
never throw another pitch. Tyler McGill went down. But now, the bounce back, Taijuan Walker. Like there's no reason that the Mets, especially after holding water during this time, shouldn't get on a nice little run and I think get back to creating a little separation.
Yeah. I mean, they finish a 4-gamer tonight against the Marlins, but they've won 2 out of the first 3 here. So if they win tonight, that's 3 straight series dubs. They took 2 out of 3 from the Angels. They took 2 out of 3 from the Brew Crew. And they started the month up 10.5 games They were up 10.5 games, which is obviously a season high. But that 10.5 has dwindled down to 5.5 coming into today.
Well, that's what that 14-game run does, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I said it takes a big chunk out of what you had to, which is great. It's exactly what you needed to do. And as much as we want to give the New York Mets another boost when Scherzer comes back, that's what that is. But that's not to say the Atlanta Braves can't play a similar brand of baseball as they've been playing during that hot streak. Like, that's why I say you're not going to win 14 in a row.
Hmm.
But
Wow. You see, Dallas Braden said the Mets are not capable of going on a run.
no, I said the Braves are not going to win another 14 in a row.
They could.
They won't lose another 14 in a row.
Look at what the
They've never
Yankees
done
have
that.
done. The Yankees have, how many fucking 9-game winning streaks do they have this year? 3, 4?
Yeah,
Fucking nuts.
somewhere around there.
Yeah. They'll fucking win 9 straight, lose 1, win another 8, lose
8, yep.
1, win 7 straight, lose 1. Like, the fucking season that they're having doesn't make any sense.
They're on pace to win 122 ball games or 120 games, something like that.
Their
I
winning
believe it
percentage.
I believe yesterday it was 122.
They have a 742 winning percentage. So,
Yeah, just stupid. Stupid.
they're
Jake,
on
what do we
pace
got?
to win 120 games. Jake?
So Kimbrel kind of sucks again.
Yeah. What the fuck's up with Craig Kimbrel? He was in God mode with the Chicago Cubs, got traded to the White Sox, absolutely sucked with the White Sox, and then ended up with the Dodgers to start this year because the Dodgers were trying to rebuild the 2018 Red Sox. And like I've watched a little bit of Kimbrel this year. The stuff looks the same. I don't get it in terms of like what's the deal with Kimbrel. But yeah, I mean the FIP would tell you that he's been a lot better than what the numbers would suggest. But
He's getting
in
unlucky, dude.
He's getting unlucky.
What's the
He's got like a 440 BABIP against him.
Yeah, his
Ooh,
last
wow.
12 and a third
Jesus,
innings.
440?
Yeah.
His last 12 and a third innings, he's given
What's his
up
FIP?
What? All right, hold on. His last 12 and a third innings, he's given up 15 hits, 12 runs, 10 earned. He's walked 8, but he's struck out 24.
Yeah.
He's only given up 1 homer. The ERA is 7.30, but the FIP is 2.48.
That's crazy.
Opponents are hitting 294,
What are they slugging? What's the damage there?
471. Yeah.
He's just got some control issues, man.
8 walks in 12 innings? 12 and a third?
8 walks. So he's struck out
Everybody.
a set 2 batters per inning.
Mm-hmm. Can't walk people, though, man. Can't have it. Not out of the back end of a bullpen. Just simply cannot have it.
8 walks. 15 hits. 15 hits. And like, how can you be so unhittable and hittable at the same time?
Because if you don't have command, he throws 2 pitches. And if you don't have command of one of them, the other one, if you're going to throw it for a strike, is going to get fucking hammered.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Miraculously enough, I don't
if
know
you're
how
not
many
throwing
were.
the slider for a strike, like throwing it for a strike, there's a difference. Getting guys to chase and then throwing it for a strike. But if there's just days where you're not throwing one of those 2 pitches for a strike, the pitch gets eliminated, and then they hit the other one.
He's saved 7 games in this span. This is a 13-game stretch, and he only has 1 blown save. That's wild.
That is weird.
7 saves, 1 blown save, and he's given up 12 runs in 12 and a third innings. Man, I don't know. The Craig Kimbrel thing is fascinating to me. Before this run, so this is a 13 appearance run. But his first 9 appearances with the Dodgers, he had a 1.04 ERA. I don't know. The guy's an enigma. You ever hear Craig? I mean, for a dude that was on pace with Mariano Rivera in terms of like saves, like save pace.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard him talk before?
Yeah.
You have? I haven't. He was on my team for fucking 3 years. I have no idea what his voice sounds like. I've never heard him do an interview. Nothing.
No?
I can't think of his voice either.
Nope.
And he was a Braves legend.
Yeah. He played for our teams and we don't know what his voice sounds like. Where the fuck have you heard him talk?
Well, that's what I'm trying to. I think it was with ESPN.
I don't know. That dude don't do shit. He was very, like, never saw him out when he was here. Didn't see him do like any public appearances.
Well, he's a country boy, right?
I think he's from. Is he from Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I think so.
Craig.
So he ain't got time for your bullshit, man.
He has
Leave him
time for
alone.
nothing. Yeah, he
Leave
went
him alone.
to high school in Alabama.
Yeah,
He's an
man.
Alabama boy.
He ain't got time for your bullshit. I hate to talk about this
But
in this way.
mhm.
It sucks because the Angels are experiencing another unfortunate run. Anthony Rendon is Anthony Rendon for the season.
Ooh. I mean, Anthony Wren sucks, so it doesn't matter.
Whoa,
Also,
Jesus,
the Angels have won 3 straight.
He's been hurt. Like, is there like before you start telling the world that Anthony Rendon sucks?
He's not
Can we just for a minute think that maybe the wrist injury had played
No.
into the lack of production? Like,
Nope.
can we? No,
No, it was the
Okay.
worst contract of all time.
Well, that's unfair of you. Not that for you to not give him the benefit of the doubt with a wrist. That's unfair of you.
Nah.
The idea that we are talking about the Rendon contract in the light that we were talking about it again at this point.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not
I-
looking good for the Angels at all.
He's,
we told
they
a
are-
couple. We told a couple Angels fans that this was very reflective of a potential Albert Pujols situation.
stupid contract. So his first season with the Angels was in 2020. So 2020, 2021, and 2022, which his numbers for 2022, the book is closed because he's going to miss the rest of the year. In his first 3 seasons with the Angels, he still has not accumulated 162 games.
2020 was a shortened season, so he didn't have the opportunity.
Sure. But in his first 3 seasons with the Angels, he has still yet to accumulate 162 games with the Angels. Let's just say that this is, the 3 years are 1 full season. 252 with a 780 OPS, 20 homers, 34 doubles, a triple, drove in 89. That'd be like an okay, pretty good 1 season, but it's taken him 3 years to accumulate all that. And the Angels are paying him $36.5 million. And next year, it goes up until he's 36. So for the next 4 seasons after this, they'll be paying him $38.5 million a year. $38.5 million for Anthony Rendon for those
first
4 years.
So for those first 3 seasons you just outlined, he made $36 million for each one of those seasons?
2020, he made $26 million. 2021, he made $28 million. And then this year, he made $36.5. And then the next 4, he makes $38.5 each year.
I mean, dude, I just hope that, you know what? I hope for him that when he comes back, that there's just a 5-year window, which would be basically the remainder of his contract, where he's like, all right, you know what? Now I'm healthy. And now I'm just going to go off.
Yeah, I'm certainly not rooting against him. I
don't
like
know the
Anthony
likelihood
Rendon
of that.
enough. No, it's not likely. It's not likely. When you're going into 2023 and we're talking about your last season as being an elite baseball player as 2019, I don't know.
2020.
Just
2020 counts.
he was not elite in 2020.
He was pretty damn. He had a good year.
No, he didn't. 2020,
Didn't he?
2020, he hit 286. All right, yeah, 286 with a 915 OPS. All right, I'll take that. Yeah, but fake season.
He's just been banged up.
He's been banged up. Hopefully, he rests up and gets the surgery and comes back and he redeems himself a little bit. But
Just as long as he does the stretches and come back next year, Ohtani's last year. But maybe this year, maybe it's just not the Angels' year.
I can't wait for the Ohtani free agency market. There will be nothing like it. There will be nothing like it.
do you think he goes back to Japan?
Don't even fucking say. I'll cry.
Oh
do you think he
my
goes
God.
back to Japan, Dallas?
No, I don't think he's going back to Japan. I think he's going to stay right here. And I think it's going to be the most interesting case ever presented to any baseball club surrounding any baseball player.
I'd go back to Japan if I were him.
No, nothing there for him.
What I hope
Retirement.
doesn't happen, which I feel like is going to happen, is he's going to sign like a mega deal with like the Rockies.
Yeah, I could see the Rockies being like, "All right, how's 600 million sound?" And he's like, "All right, yeah, sure." I mean, he'd be great there.
Well, hey, you know what? How about this? I'm thinking about the splitter, all right? And thinking about Colorado, and people say it's pretty tough to pitch in Colorado. I'm one of those people.
Mhm.
Hideo Nomo, if I remember, threw his no-hitter against the Colorado Rockies. One of his no-hitters
No, he
against
did.
Colorado
He
Rockies
threw one against the fucking Orioles, dude.
in Colorado. No, didn't he throw a no-hitter in Colorado against the Rockies? Can we look that up, please?
Does he have more than one no hitter? Because he no hit the Orioles in Baltimore with the Red Sox.
We need to look that up. I need to look up. Because that's the only reason I would say.
Hideo Nomo hurls a no hitter against the Rockies in 1996.
Yeah, in Colorado, right?
Yes, it appears
Yes.
to be.
Yeah. So, sorry about that steel trap firing for you. But, yeah. So, he could go to
Well, I
Colorado
think we're both right.
and throw us. Well, we probably are. He could go to Colorado and throw a splitty there. It's been done to the tune of a no-hitter.
Yeah.
But we
Hideo
want to see
Nomo
him in
on
the
my-
World Series.
Hideo Nomo
Yeah.
throws his second no hitter against the
They've got Chris
Orioles.
Bryant, Joey.
They'd have Chris Bryant, man. I don't want
Imagine.
to forget about Chris Bryant, but
Sounds like you just did. Sounds
I
like you
forgot.
just did.
Chris Bryant. But
Because the
you know.
Rockies didn't. Sounds like you did.
Well, the Angels have Mike Trout, and they can't even get close.
What's the most random team that Shohei Ohtani could end up on?
Wow. Why isn't it the Pirates?
I was thinking the Pirates.
Like, I don't think the Pirates are. I mean, spending wise.
What do you mean? The Pirates, Jared, the Pirates have been like, talent? Nah, you haven't. They would absolutely.
You've just been fucking shitting on all your teams on this episode.
No, I haven't.
You literally said the A's fucking suck, and now you're saying that
did
the
not
Pirates
say
don't
the
know what
A's
talent is
suck.
if it walked up and slapped them in the face.
Didn't say that either. I've said that talent has escaped them, and it's been unfortunate.
Yeah, we read between the lines of what you're saying, but the most
We already got the graphic made, Dallas. You said
yeah, the graphic has already been tweeted 25 minutes ago. I don't know. What's the most random team that Shohei Ohtani could end up with? Like the D-backs? I mean, they randomly, so like that one makes more sense. A, they suck. B, they're random. And C, they have been known to just randomly be like, hey, let's give Zach Greinke the fucking highest contract in baseball history for a pitcher. Let's do that. Why?
Yeah, like,
I don't know.
We'll just randomly compete for this guy.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck was that?
But that's the thing it's not a random team when you're thinking about Ohtani because he's such that talent is just so rare. You're legitimately bidding on two players.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why do you think he went to the Angels in the first place?
I told you. For me, it's simple. Super simple. You have to know who Ohtani is as a human being. And do I know him? No, I don't. Do I think I know him from a market myself? I know how good I am. I know what I'm doing standpoint. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why? Because I'm reading into the fact that this dude eons ago drew up his life plan and where he was going to be at in life, in his career, and him. And you gotta understand what that mindset is. Like him achieving something that less than 1% of the population ever achieves by getting to the big leagues. That was already a foregone conclusion in his mind. Like he's telling you this story. Like no, this happens. Like this has to happen. This is my destiny. This is what will happen. So when you know that about yourself and you think about yourself in that light, and I'm not saying that's egotistical, I'm just saying that's how driven and dedicated to what his future was going to be he was. You look at the game of baseball and you know where people have put you in terms of historical status, what your talent and skill set represents. So if you're thinking about really ingraining yourself in the fabric of the game, where's a landing spot? Well, if I know what I can do specifically, which is absolutely drop dick, and I throw 100 with wipeout secondary shit, I hear you guys talking about this best player. I hear you guys talking about the dude's the best player to ever play the game, and he's still playing right now. I hear this name Mike Trout. I would love to play next to a guy like that. You want to know why? Because I know how good I am. And I know that once I start to do what I can do on a baseball field, and that's getting done next to the guy you put on this pedestal, well, my game is going to become very apparent. And you're going to realize how valuable I really am in the grand scheme of all this. Because I'm going to be showing out right next to your prized bull, Mike Trout. I'm going to be dropping dick ahead or behind him in the lineup. And I'm going to be taking the ball on the mound for you 20 plus times. I might win you a fucking Cy Young. Probably an MVP. I might do that a few years in a row. Where else am I going to do that and gain the appreciation than right next to the game's best player to show you who the game's best player really is?
So they're like rivals?
No, not at all. Not
well,
at
then
all.
What do you think the next iteration of that is? Does he go to now? He has to be the new best player, Aaron Judge.
To where he's already that dude. Like that's Ohtani's already that dude. Nobody following baseball is having the conversation of who the best baseball talent in the game is right now. Not for me. Like if you're not talking about Ohtani, I don't know that we're having a conversation.
Yeah, but he's got to follow up his. Is he going to make the All-Star team this year?
Yeah.
I think
fan votes.
Yeah, he'll politically get in.
But you don't think he deserves it? I feel like he still deserves it.
No.
If you're above average hitter and pitcher at the same time, that counts for something.
Yeah, but that's how ridiculous his season was. And a lot of people, I was somebody who entertained the idea. Did that season just set the bar so ridiculously high that everything else he's going to do that will likely fall short of that kind of production on both sides of the ball just goes unappreciated because it's not that, because it's not MVP worthy? Because it felt like people needed to see the ERA, what it was, the performance, what it was on the mound, and what he did at the plate to consider him the MVP. Like, we're not even like the guy was talked about in Cy Young conversations at times. Like the guy was offensively one of the best players all season long. What do you mean he's not an MVP? Because of what he did offensively. And that's where the Vlad Guerrero pops in, because you're saying, well, if we're comparing just offensive numbers here, Vlad might have a conversation. Vlad says, hold my beer. Well, Ohtani says, hold my fucking keg of beer, because I also take the mound.
He may not be able to get there again. Like that's this crazy stats, or he might. Who knows? But I think it will be just as impactful, or just as like in terms of being the legend of Shohei. Like to do that in the playoffs, to like throw a 7-inning shutout and hit a bomb and like a Clint. Like that's like even better, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is, and you could also go back, but you want to know what? Like that's like guys like Joe Blanton have pitched well in the postseason and hit homers in a World Series. Not to say that Joe Blanton's homer was more important than a home run that Shohei Ohtani might hit, but I want to see Shohei Ohtani hitting in all 6 games of a series or 7 games of a series, right? Like that's where you got to turn it on. None of this days off after I pitch. None of that. No.
Yeah.
Gonna need you all 7 here, bud. And I don't want 1 homer. I want fucking 4.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, Shohei Ohtani only leads the league in 2 categories, and that is caught stealing and wild pitches. So he kind of sucks.
Oh, so you're an asshole. Got it.
I'm just, nothing I just said
Ohtani
is
hater.
False.
So you're saying right now you'll take Brett Phillips over Shohei Ohtani?
Yes.
Is what
Don't
you
even
said.
joke about that, Jared.
Caught stealing, league leader, wild pitches, league leader. That's it.
It is funny. Why the fuck is he stealing so much?
Jared hates Shohei Ohtani.
I don't hate him. I don't see it.
You think he's slow and you think he's erratic.
I mean, he's making poor decisions out there. He also got caught stealing more than anyone else last year, too.
Well,
and everyone just
scared money don't make money. Scared money don't make money.
And yet he hit 257. So,
how many homers?
You see Joe Adell stats since he got called up?
Nope.
Crushing it.
Is he?
We didn't think it was possible. He's got like a 900 OPS. Just throwing that in there. Because I don't want the Joe Madden legacy dying like that. Like
yeah.
It was all bad.
Yeah. No.
Like he made that
it
last
wasn't
call.
all bad.
He made that last call.
When did he get called up?
Before we go,
Where are we going?
I got shit to do.
All right.
My final thought
Mhm.
of the afternoon.
Yeah, what is it?
Father's Day is a special day.
Uh-huh.
And if you are fortunate enough to have your father or your father figure in your life with you at a big league ball game you're playing in, that's pretty cool. You're in the lineup. It's just one of those feel-good stories, one of those feel-good days. Well, on Father's Day, for the Pittsburgh Pirates, it was a special day for one Jack Sawinski, rookie, bomb dropper. Have a Father's Day, young fella. Dad in-house, not once, young Joseph, not twice, young Jake. We'll get to the weather in a minute, but 3 times. He gone. Drop Diesel 3 times with his dad in the stands on Father's Day. That's the first time a rookie has ever done that in baseball history. We've been playing this game for a long time. First time in baseball history, a rookie pumps 3 Johnnies out of the yard in one ball game. Probably the first time it's happened on Father's Day, too. You can go ahead and book that.
That was probably the first time Pirates hit 3 home runs in a game since 2016.
You know who did it then?
Let me know. Andrew McCutchen.
You got it, buddy.
Kutch.
You
Raise it.
got it. How about it? Yeah, that's right. Raise it on a Father's Day, Carrabis. Jake, how's the weather out there in Beantown?
Dallas, it's 74 and sunny.
Ooh.
Winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Humidity at 36%. UV index 9 out of 10. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Put it on.
Stay covered, folks.
Yeah. Waning gibbous tonight for the moon.
Ooh,
Waning.
Gibby.
A little waning. Okay. An unsolicited quick shout out, Jared.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the area, if you're looking for a fine dining experience, Table Boston. Just wanted to throw that out there.
She
It was
literally
great in
just quote tweeted my tweet
Really?
Jeter Downs got called up, and I said, best Jeter in baseball history, not close. And Jen quote tweeted and said, stop now. I mean, that's just a correct take.
It's
an aggressive one, that's for sure.
Is it wrong?
Probably. Yeah. I'm going to go with yeah.
Well, the answer to the question truly is you don't know. I mean, Jeter Downs just got called up. He hasn't even seen a big league pitch yet. And you're going to say that Derek Jeter's better than him? How do you know? He hasn't played a game yet. You wouldn't know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We'll revisit after today.
Yeah, we'll know. We'll know. It's a lot on the line right now.
Yeah.
Hey, big game tonight.
Just his whole career projection. No big deal. Don't fuck it up.
Circle back next pod. And we'll break down Jeter Downs versus Derek Jeter career. Jake's takes. You got anything?
Yeah. After we were talking about division odds, I started checking them out. The Red Sox are plus 5,000. So if I put 20 grand on them, I'll win $1 million. So I think I might do that when we're out in Chicago.
Yeah, you can put down 20 grand on the Red Sox to win the division, make a quick milli. I think that's a great investment, if we're being honest.
I'm going to tell you right now, Jared, it sounds to me like there's no better way for you to spend $30,000 than when you and Jake hit Chicago.
You mean like my 10 and his 20?
No, I meant your 20.
My 20 on the Red Sox, my 10 on the Guardians.
Correct. And then Jake is going to he's going to hit the donor spot.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll try to muster up 20K. Mm-hmm. He's going to get there.
Yeah.
I feel like his reboot time will get him to 20K.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be fine. So you guys together will be taking DK a little 50K nug.
Mm-hmm.
Two-sided on the Sox. You're going Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy, let's have yourselves a fucking Chicago trip.
That'd be, let's go. Let's do it.
Huh? You guys deserve it. You deserve
it. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. All right. So 20K on the Sox to win the division. Done. 20K to make $1 million. Done. 10K to make 38K on the Guardians.
And remember, fans, the odds don't matter when you know you're going to win. We go!